ladies and gents. G'day Somerset. So I haven't shaken the plague? Nope, I haven't. I'm hoping I won't lose my voice during the stream. So apologies if I sound like I'm gargling gravel for the most of this. I figured I'd play a little bit of Skyrim because I didn't want to continue on with my BattleTech campaign at the moment because, yeah, that makes me think a whole lot and I'm likely to make mistakes. Hey, and at the position I'm in at the moment,
finally awake.
Yeah, no shit.
You trying to cross the border, right? Walk right in.
And now he's going to talk right through the start.
Same as us, and that thief over there.
Damn you, Stormcloaks! Skyrim was fine until you came along. Empire was nice and lazy. If they hadn't been looking for you, could have stolen that horse and then halfway to Hammerfell.
At the position I'm in BattleTech at the moment, if I make any large-scale mistakes, it'll be the end of the campaign. So
we're all brothers and sisters in vines.
I figure we go stab some people in this. I've never actually completed Skyrim before, ever. I must have 2,000+ hours in this, and I've never completed it.
Ulfric, the Jarl of Windhelm? You're the leader of the rebellion. But if they've captured you... Oh gods, where are they taking us?
I don't know where we're going.
Hey, you're finally awake. Yeah, actually, this is what my wife said to me earlier on today. I've been sleeping most of the day.
Hey, what village are you from, horse thief?
Why do you care?
A Nord's last thoughts should be of home.
I'm hoping the quality is going to be fine on this stream.
I'm from Rorikstead.
As you can see, I've had added a few graphical mods to the game. So mods, Thomas the Tank Engine mod, no. About, I think all combined, 40 gigs worth of texture and mesh overhauls for the entirety of the game.
Tullius, the military governor. And it looks like the Thalmor are with him.
Everything should be in minimum 2K resolution. Textures now going up towards 8K resolution in some areas. There wasn't 50 notifications, Tal. Just one in each channel that you could be a part of, including the admin channels.
Funny. When I was a boy, imperial walls and towers used to make me feel so safe.
Also got a Immersive Armors mod and an overhaul to all the character models in the game, so that they actually look like somewhat like humans now, rather than Mr. Potato Head. God, the stock 3D models in this for characters are horrible. The eyes in particular, it looks like they've just been plucked onto the front, or punched onto the front of the face. So terrible.
End of the line.
Somehow worse than older Elder Scrolls games.
Let's go. Shouldn't keep the gods waiting for us.
Morrowind and Oblivion's stock body models and face models actually look better than Skyrim's default ones do.
You've got to tell them we worked with you. This is a mistake.
Step towards the block when we call your name. One at a time.
Empire loves their damn lists.
Ulfric Stormcloak, Jarl of Windhelm.
It has been an honor, Jarl Ulfric.
I really should have installed the Parallax mod on as well. I haven't got the Parallax mod on, it was another 10 gig.
No, I'm not a rebel. You can't do this.
Running with your hands tied in front of a bunch of soldiers with bows. He deserved that, although I'm curious on how he got his hands untied after he was hit.
Step forward. Who are you?
Right, who am I going to be playing? Well, I reckon I am going to play as a Breton, because I want to play around with magic in this one. I'm going to go for a Spellblade type build. Alright, male, Presets. Trying to knock off the Witcher there. What is up with that nose? Jesus Christ. It's like the prow of a submarine. So yeah, we might go with totally not a knockoff of The Witcher here, just blind in one eye. That'll work. That might work. Now, weight-wise, I'm gonna make him as scrawny as possible. Actually, no, he looks too Nordish. Alright, yes, we will change. Yeah, fine, whatever. Might just keep it on the default one. He's skinny as a rake. Skate Man, Mags, we did the COVID thing last year. You got to find a different excuse to skip work. Skate Man, I am at work. This is what I do. I'm sitting at the same place. I'm either doing video stuff, streaming, or I'm doing design work for my business, and I all do it here. I don't escape work even when I'm doing COVID. I managed to dodge it for 2 years, and then the bastard finally got me. Dirt, no. Scars, no. War paint, no. There's nothing really to do there. Face, there. Yeah, not too much to change. We're going to have to rearrange those eyes. They look terrible. He looks like he's... Yeah, it looks like he's been hitting the green way too much there. And nose is fine. I want to make it a little bit more gaunt for what I'm after. Can we do that? About there. Colours are fine. And the eyes. Cheekbone width. Down a little. Jaw's okay. We'll play around with the chin elsewhere. Alright, let's deal with those eyes. The eyes are the main issue here. Yeah, nope. They're better than the default ones, but not by a huge amount. What do we got colours wise? Yeah, there you go, for the true stoner look. It's a grey. Eye width. Too wide. They're trying to wrap around the side of his head. Yeah. There's a size option. Eye depth. Try and make him look at least somewhat. There's a tilt. That's the problem with these eyes. I have to put eyeliner on him because he doesn't actually have any eyelashes at all. That's what makes his eyes look weird. I actually want to shadow him up a little bit too for the fact that I'm going to be doing a bit of a spelly mage type thing going on here. Brow. What do we do here? The Wolverine look going on there. We adjust the brow height down a little bit. Might actually make him look decent. Yeah, so this doesn't really change the default options, the mods that I've put in for the character models. As you can see, it's all pretty much the standard options. They just set a higher resolution on a better mesh. So it's just a modernized version of what was already in there. I haven't put any of the bullshit try and make everyone look like a supermodel, you know, get their tits out or their dicks out mods. Just the most closest to the vanilla character model enhancement I could find. And they're all kind of crap. Maybe I should have added some new options. Yeah, I suppose that'll do. Brow height. In, and we'll tweak that a little. Mouth, not really going to change much there, I don't think. No, not really. Mouth height. About there. And not changing anything else. He doesn't need anything on there. And hair. Alright. I always tend to spend too long in character creators. I sort of know exactly what I want the character to be, and so I gotta visualize what they'll actually look like. Alright, so the Spellblades are like a thief assassin hybrid that are heavy on the magic. Yeah, that'll probably do it. Facial hair options are mostly going to be terrible, although they don't look too bad with the texture improvements. It's a shame there's not a version of that. Oh wait, there is a version of that. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. And hair color. Yeah, that'll do. Alright. Finish and name your character. Oh god, I gotta actually give him a name. I forgot about this. Let's be boring.
You from Daggerfall, Breton? Fleeing from some court intrigue? Captain.
Bro, you just can't come to work with COVID, you'll infect everyone.
Forget the list. He goes to the block.
Well, to be fair, everyone affected me. We're still not entirely sure exactly where our point of contact was, but my son and my wife came down with it at about the same time, and then it spread through everybody else in the house, so... And clearly ScoMo's fault that I got the coof. It is what it is. We knew it was going to happen. Like, they opened everything up. I personally think opening everything up was good. It needed to happen. There are downsides of it, of course, but it had to happen. You couldn't keep everybody locked up for another year. People are going to start flipping their shit. So, everyone got let out, and I was saying to the wife, 2 weeks to 3 weeks minimum, after kids are back at school at the start of the year, we're going to have COVID go through the house. We didn't. It didn't actually end up hitting us. It didn't come through the school at all. I was fully expecting the kids to get it at school, bring it home, we all to get it. Didn't happen. It took till Easter school holidays. That's when it got us. So we've been expecting it. We had all the shit stacked up in the cupboard, so like when we got the positive tests in, yeah, alright, we've got everything we need, we don't need to go to the supermarket, we can lock the house down, we're all fine. No problems.
My ancestors are smiling at me, Imperial.
And Ming the merciless brow. And shit stain the worthless gobshite. Thank you, dead meat. A dirt digger. Hey Mags, nice to finally catch you live. Oh, welcome, mate. Just having an easy one tonight. I'm taking a break from Battletech just because I don't want to make any mistakes while my head isn't 100% there. And I've been getting an itch to play Skyrim recently, simply because I've never completed the game. I said earlier on in the stream I got about 2,500 hours in this game. Never completed the main storyline, ever. Just, I wind up, yeah, up to this time I'm going to go and kill that dragon, and then I get sidetracked by something shiny, and 3 hours disappear, and I never end up killing the dragon, so...
What in oblivion is that?
Speaking of which...
What do you see?
Actually, looking at that, I don't think any of the mods I put in Overhaul the dragons. That looks very vanilla on top of a very not vanilla tower there. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Most got it from school if they hadn't yet. I suspect that's where it's actually come from. I suspect my boy got it right at the end of the end of school before the Easter holidays started up. Do you think? I may have played through this a couple of times in the past. Yeah, I suspect that's where it's come from, and he's probably given it straight to the missus. And yeah, that's where it's come through the house. But somebody needs a lawnmower in here. And dragon.
Still alive, prisoner? Keep close to me if you want to
I'm disappointed that it's not Thomas the Tank Engine. I did consider it, but I'm trying to do just a clean up of the game so it looks a little bit more last 5 years instead of, you know, Skyrim 10 years old.
Stay close to the wall. Quickly, follow me.
Oh, that I wouldn't mind there. This was amazing the first time I ran through this when this was first released. Mages and archers engaging the dragon while you're outside.
Damn traitor! Out of my way!
We're escaping, Hathor. You're not stopping us this time.
Fine.
Not sure I'm super into that armor he's wearing.
Into the keep.
With me, prisoner. Let's go.
And I go with the Imperials. Although I should have gone with the should have gone with the Stormcloaks. You get the dagger straight away, rather than me having to pick a dagger up off somebody.
Keep moving. Come here.
It won't matter. I've still got to work the one-handed, so I'll sort of work as well as anything else. Come on, untie
There
me.
you go. Take a look around. There should be plenty of gear to choose from. I'm going to see if I can find something for these burns.
Now,
Got to be a sword or two.
nothing
in
on
one
that
of these
one.
chests.
What have we got in this chest? Gold, Imperial Light Helmet, which we'll have in the other chest. The plotter finally here. Back in a bit, the plotter finally here. The police? What the hell's going on, Somerset? Oh, we can keep key, light armor, light boots, iron sword. Okay, it didn't have the helmet.
Give that sword a few swings too.
That's right, we'll yank the helmet out of here then.
Let's keep moving.
Now, obviously running SkyUI, which has a bit of an odd delay on it. I'm not entirely sure why, but it is what it is. Alright, we can get rid of that one, get rid of that one. So much better for infantry management.
That thing is still out there.
Actually, while I'm at it, favorite on that one. Did I pick up anything else in here? Yes, go away. No, that's all I've got. Now I'll be doing this one in survival mode as well, so once we've cleared the tutorial we get the option of activating that, so we'll have to deal with cold, we'll have to deal with food, we'll have to deal with sleep, and we will not have access to fast travel. So that should make things a bit more fun. Come on, open up the door for me.
We need to get moving. That dragon is tearing up the whole keep.
Just give me a minute. I'm out of breath.
Hear that? Storm close. Maybe we can reason
protected.
with her.
Take us alive.
Now the lighting will also be a little bit darker than default as well. Oh, double tapped him, I didn't mean to do that. Because I've changed, one of the mods is a lighting mod that deletes all of the invisible light sources. and puts light sources on all of the points in the game that should have light on them. So all of the fires, all of the torches. We want the fur boots and the fur gauntlets. We will need those.
If I can get
Don't
that
need the
door
Stormcloak Purus. What have you got? No, nothing there. And nothing there. And no dagger on the table. Yep, so we gotta find ourselves a dagger so I can start working on the stealth stabby skills.
Damn, that dragon doesn't give up easy.
Never get the sneak up on them right. Stop burning stamina.
It's nothing.
There we go.
I know it's stolen. See if we can find something.
Iron great sword.
Potions. Might come in handy.
Nope, we will harvest the rabbit and pheasant. Rising threat, wooden plate. We can start collecting books once we've got a house. We'll want the food off the table. Spoon is better than the dagger. I'm not running the exploits on the game, Deadmeat. Yes, I know what you can do. I know how much you can break the game. We're not doing that.
Done then? This way.
That'll do.
The torture room. Gods, I wish we didn't need this. Come on.
Oh, he's dead.
That's it. That's all you got. No one here now.
I didn't have to do shit. Nope, 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 nope. Hide shield. No, we don't really want to go with the shield. We're going to be blocking with the blades ourselves for the moment. And mace.
How I've been entertaining their comrades.
And we finally got a dagger. Right. That's one of the two things we need.
What's going on? A dragon is attacking Helgen.
A dragon.
Mace.
Don't
What's
make
the
up
book
nonsense.
spawn? Brief history of the Empire. Alright.
Although, come to think of it, I did hear some odd.
Yes. There we go.
Voice is coming from over there.
Come with us. We need to get out of here.
You have no authority over me.
Okay, and we want all of the stuff off the mage as well. Gold. And we take his potions. Right.
Did you hear me? I said the king.
Dead meat, there is no spoon. That's cheesy. Nicely done. Alright, so now we have sparks. Favorites, favorites, favorites on those. And we want to put a favorite there as well. Armor wise. Throw on the novice hood first. Oh no, we've still got the helmet. We won't throw on the hood yet. Now, magic. Ah, that's right, we got to do configuration on the armors. Well, we'll do that a little bit later. So we got Conjure Familiar. I want Dragon Skin. I'm going to want Flames, Healing, Sparks.
Forget the old man. I'll come with you.
Alright, so for the moment, switch to Dagger. Dragon Skin our... You will make Dragon Skin our core ability. Iron Dagger, and then we can flick the flames or sparks
Grab
as
what you
needed and
can,
start
let's go.
working on our magic. A bit more this way. Nothing really in these, just unlock them on the way through for the points. Broke one, damn it. There we go. So the stream coming through okay, guys? I was a little concerned with exactly how well this would stream. Robes. Skeletons should have gold on them. A little bit of bone meal which we can grab. Stream seems fine to me. Excellent. That's good. I tweaked the settings so it should be in a slightly higher quality, but I was a little concerned that my connection wouldn't tolerate it.
Where in Oblivion are we supposed to go? Where's the way out?
Alright.
Just give me a minute. Let me think.
How am I gonna... And you just walk out and completely blow that. Alright. We want flames here. Oh, let's flick back over to that sword actually. Just the sword.
That's all you've got?
Right. It's actually dark enough in... Oh, shit. We're getting hit by archers. Dark enough in here I can't actually see. Right. Let's get flames back on the right hand. Fur boots, fur gauntlets. We will take your warbow. We will take your arrows. Skipping shields on this build, so I don't need to worry. I'm not even going to worry about picking them up for the moment. Iron out, and that should be about it in here, I think. Stream seems fine to me. Semi-lurking with you on my second monitor, but no complaints. Oh, that's cool. A bit of multitasking is always good. Let's get the arrows up here, and we'll mark them as a favourite as well. And the bow. So I can quick switch between them all.
Let's see where this goes.
Come on, pull the lever for me. That one we're definitely going to want. Yeah, that makes things easier. Right, so I'm not going to bother waiting for him because that's going to collapse in a second. Healing potion. The water improvements in these mods are nice. So how's everybody been anyway? Since we're just wandering through the tutorial at the moment. Bow. Stealth.
That doesn't go anywhere. I guess we'd better try this way.
Where's the first one? No yous are in there. Oh. Right, if you want to run in there, you run in there and you draw him out. There he is. One. Miss. Two. Now where's the big one? I might have to come down here to get them to drop in. There we go. There we go. Gold. If we can get some of my arrows back. Frostbite venom. Not seeing any. Those ones must have shattered. That's a shame. Desiccated corpse. What do you got in here for me? Lockpick, I'll take that. That's a decent one. They're a bit hard to come by at the moment as well. Yeah, some of the loot down here is randomized, so... I didn't want the wine. I didn't want the hair, but coin purse.
Hold up. There's a bear just ahead. See her? I'd rather not, Tank.
Yeah, I know she's there. Alright, so we're going to go for a longbow kill on this one again.
Now, you might be able to sneak by. Just take it nice and slow, and watch where you step. Or if you're feeling lucky, you can take this bow. Might take her by surprise.
I've
Go
kind of
ahead.
already got one in my hands, but you know. And you exploit the hell out of this part of the tutorial if you want to as well. He can't be killed, but you can absolutely attack him over and over and over again, perform stealth kills on him, and max out your entire stealth tree in about 5 minutes, just stabbing him over and over again. I may have done that more than once in the past. Alright, so that should be it for the rest of here. It should be just a run out the front, and then it's going to ask me if I want to have survival mode activated, which I do. And then I'm going to have to throw on those fur gauntlets and fur boots that I collected before, just for the thermal insulation. There it is, survival mode. Adds a need to eat, sleep, or stay warm. It also adds additional challenges such as no fast travel, reduce carry weight, and leveling up only when you sleep. See the survival mode entry in help for details. Enable survival mode? Yes. Cool. So, now we look at the gear. Fur boots, we can see armor 6, weight 2, warmth 24. That's why we want these two, so if we get caught in a blizzard, we don't freeze to death in the first 5 minutes of the game, because that could be really, really embarrassing. The light helmet has 1812. Novice hood still has 18 warmth, so that's alright. We'll stick with the light helmet for the moment, but we will probably use the hood soon. Torch out.
Looks like he's gone for good this time. But I don't think we should stick around to see if he comes back. The closest town from here is Riverwood. My uncle's the blacksmith there. I'm sure he'd help you out. It's probably best if we split up. Good luck. I wouldn't have made it without your help today.
Now the foliage mod that I've got on is it's a little aggressive in some areas through here, but it does look nice in other parts. Actually making Skyrim look wild and overgrown in places.
The Imperial Legion. We could really use someone like you. And if the rebels have themselves a dragon, General Tullius is the only one who can stop them.
I don't know, I reckon I'll be able to do a fairly good job of that myself. I'm just going to follow him down to the stones, and then I'm going to head off to the mine.
See that ruin up there? Bleak Fall.
Whoa, yep, okay.
Barrow.
Hunger alert.
When I was a boy, that place always used to give me nightmares. Draugr creeping down the mountain to climb through my window at night. That kind of thing. I admit, I still don't much like the look of it.
Alright, so we're going to want the Thief Stone for a start.
These are the Guardian Stones. 3 of the 13 ancient standing stones that dot Skyrim's landscape. Thief, eh? It's never too late to take charge of your own fate, you know?
It's just to boost out stealth quickly at the start. While I'm working on killing things, getting the stealth up high enough that I can start getting the multipliers for the daggers is important. And then I change it over to Mage and start pushing Destruction. Or Illusion. Primarily Illusion for this build.
Listen, as far as I'm concerned, you've already earned your palm. But until we get that confirmed by General Tullius, just stay clear of other Imperial soldiers.
Right, why am I not disappearing? There we go. Detected, hidden. Detected, okay. I think I'm being lit up going up that path. Right, so we're going to do the mine here and clear it out first. So we can pick up a blacksmithing book in there and some stuff to actually upgrade some of our fairly basic weapons. Alright, well, we're close enough to him that we're getting bonuses for sneaking around here undetected. Where the hell is he, though? Should be just above him. I can hear him moving. Fatigue, yep, we're starting to get tired. That's fine, we've got plenty of time left. The survival mode in this isn't bad, it just does need a little bit of tweaking, so I do have a mod on that tweaks the survival mode a little bit. It goes a little bit into old survival game territory. You know, the ones where you had to eat like 400 pounds of meat a day constantly, otherwise, you know, your character would just die of starvation. There he is. Well, how the hell did you detect me?
Now ain't this a surprise? God
damn it. Clairvoyant. The second I got within line of sight, he knew that I was there. Come on, come back here.
Can't wait to count out your coin.
Come on. Ooh. Well, he's not going to be a problem anymore. Alright, fur braces, 724, that's fine. Hide boots, nope. Warmth, 27 on the armor. What have we got? Imperial light armor, it's 27 as well. Okay, so we can stick with the light armor, that's fine. That's some root canal dentistry right there. Stealth dentist. Oh, I think that was also open brain surgery as well. But from a different angle that they normally use. Now let's go back to the bow. There it is. Torch off. Tripwire's just there to trigger the trap. One down. Second shot in, detected, and let's go over to the sword again. Steel war axe. Okay, we can kind of use that. It's not something that I'd go for in this build. I'm after swords and daggers primarily, but at the moment, anything one-handed is usable, and it is steel. And I'm going to sneeze here, guys. Apologies. I will try and cover the mic and turn my head away. God damn it. Sorry about that. Grab the other steel war axe, we can sell that one off, and we'll grab the food while we're at it. Ah, thank you, Tel. That sneeze isn't COVID, by the way. COVID doesn't have sneezing as a symptom, at least as far as I'm aware. That's just this time of the year, to top it all off right when this has come in, although it might be why we've actually... why COVID seems to be bouncing around right about now. We've been going into out of autumn and into winter for quite some time, but we made the transition over the last 3 days. It's basically been raining non-stop for 3 days, and the temperature here just plummeted plummeted down into single digits from standard doubles nearly every day, and it's that kind of drenching rain that you get just at the start of a winter that sucks the heat out of everything. So yeah, it happens usually around this time of the year. Actually, it usually happens a little bit earlier than this, but that's what's getting me here. Yeah. The sneezing isn't COVID. The voice is COVID.
I thought we had a guard posted outside. Huh?
He's dead.
Over here.
Alright, now we gotta kill these guys. Missed the second shot. Iron sword. Yeah, we'll keep the torch in the second hand so we can see what's going on better. Set them on fire. That's always fun.
See what you got. Not this ends now. Just give up.
One. Gotcha. Right, we'll take your bread, we'll take your gold, I'll take that arrow back, and your lockpicks. do have weight restrictions here. I've only got 150 that I can lift with, so I've got to be careful on what I take. But the key point of this one is to gear up, grab a few extra spells and stuff that you can get out of here, and make some money before the first section of the game. I almost always clear this mine out before I move on. Now, I don't think I'll be able to get to dagger this one. I might.
What was that?
I'm not detected. Okay. Yeah, my stealth is crap at the moment. Although my parry timing is fantastic at the moment. Oh, we'll take the key to the mine, gold, your lockpick, and we'll take your war axe as well. And we'll steal everything else that's in there. Just a moment. Grab samples of this. Alright, so clairvoyant. We've already got an iron dagger, so we don't need that one. No. Mushrooms, iron. Okay, nothing good there. Check the chest. Potion of water breathing. Raised zombie. Nice. Very nice. We'll make sure we learn those two spellbooks straight away. Clairvoyant and raised zombie. Alright, let's feel satisfied. There we go, well fed. Now let's get those two spells up as well. Raised zombie and clairvoyance. Although we don't really need clairvoyance all that much. It's mainly to find thing. And back dead yet? No, ticking along quite nicely at the moment. We're doing the, I think this is Embershard Mine at the moment, before we head on to the first town and go through our. You should go down to Whiterun and tell everybody there's a dragon about, and then arrive there and find out that everybody's talking about the dragon, so they already know. That's right, it's all iron in here. Now, if I sneaky well, I think I can get this blacksmith. Coin purse. I remember there being 2 coin purses up here. That's a shitter. Maybe not. Just gotta watch the archer overhead. Wrong spot. Want to drop down over the next area. I think there's a table down here, if I recall. Down we go. There we go. Come on, let me get the backstab. The backstab will do wonderful things for my stealth. Damn it, too far away. Ah, almost screwed that up then. I messed up the distance on that one a little bit. Just a little bit. I'll grab the steel mace for resale as well.
What was that?
somebody about to run down here? Nope. We got the attention of one. What the hell? There we go. We're stuck there for a second. Alright, so we want the iron ore. And that is our smithing bonus book, so we've already leveled up here, which is good. Now. Yeah, we really need to get the level up. They're hearing us move. But because we're running survival mode, we can't actually level up until we sleep. One. Switch to sword. Not being too efficient on the stamina here. Alright, gold and a steel greatsword. We are getting some decent stuff in here. Most of this is for sale. None of it's really useful to us. I could go for a steel dagger if anybody wanted to offer one. Now, we want these iron ingots. Grindstone, but we can sharpen up our the iron dagger. Are we wearing anything else? The longbow wants firewood to upgrade, which I don't think we'll bother with for the moment. Might as well do both. I don't think I'll bother with at the moment. Because we'll go for the hunting bow as soon as we can. And fishing rod. Oh, I didn't actually want to pick up the bucket there. Well, it's an impressive trick to take the bucket and not the ale. Fishing supplies. We need to have the fishing rod equipped. Main reason I'm doing this is because this will trigger a quest. There we go. And we are fishing. There we go. The fishing mechanic isn't particularly great, but it's a quest. A quest is a quest is a quest. Let's get a torch lit so we can actually see where we're going up here. That should be everybody in here dead now, I think. That's the last of them. So all that's left to do is just loot the last of the place, and we can be off. And then we can come back here anytime we need iron and mine up whatever we need, because the place is full of iron. Minor healing, we don't need the battle axe. We'll take the 60 gold there, though. always take the food for the moment. Chart skeever hide, yeah, cool. Nothing on the tables here. Coin purse, and we have another lock to pick. There it is. There we go. And just another longbow and a silver necklace. And that should be this mine cleared now. The noise traps. I can't remember if there's... Yeah, it's just an iron vein. Yeah, no other traps. Cool. There we go. That was probably 1 or 2 levels worth of stuff. And we've walked out of there with... How much gold have we got now? 447, and we have some stuff to sell, so that's going to make the start of this relatively easy. And we got Raised Zombie, which is great. I'm going to play around with that a little bit later. Riverwood.
Uncle Halvor, hello.
You took a long time walking to get here, mate.
What are you doing?
What time is it now? 6:26, 6:27 p.m. in game.
Shores, bones. What happened to you, boy?
So most of the shops are going to be closed now.
Uncle,
kind of
please,
problem.
keep your voice down. I'm fine, but we should go inside to talk.
What's going on? And who's this?
He's a friend. Saved my life, in fact. Come on, I'll explain everything, but we need to go inside.
Okay, come inside. Sigrid will get you something to eat. Tell me all about it.
A dragon! I saw a dragon!
What? What is it now, Mother?
It was as big as the mountain and black as night. It flew right over the Barrow.
Dragons now, is it? Please, Mother. If you keep on like this, I don't want to...
So zombie mammoths when? Well, I've got to build it up enough to be able to kill them. Everything, the mod set that I've got does turn the difficulty level in the game up a little bit. And I'm running survival mode on top of that as well. So it's going to take me a little bit longer to become a death machine. That's unless I exploit the crap out of it. Which I'm not going to. I want to play through relatively fine. There's only one thing I'm thinking about doing.
Sigrid, we have company.
And that's the Blade of Woe exploit. Where you can get 2 of them. Because 2 of them with a Nightblade build is friggin' hilarious.
Come, you two must be hungry. Sit down and I'll get you something to eat.
Now then, boy. What's the big mystery? What are you doing here looking like you lost an argument with a cave bear?
I don't know where to start. You know I was assigned to General Tullius' guard. We were stopped in hell.
Story time.
We were attacked by a dragon.
A dragon? That's ridiculous. You aren't drunk, are you, boy?
Husband, let him tell his story.
Not much more to tell. This dragon flew over and just wrecked the whole place.
Yeah, so the main reason I'm doing a stream tonight as well is because I'm not going to be able to stream tomorrow, possibly not even on Thursday as well. I'm not entirely sure yet.
I thought you could help us out. Food, supplies, a place to stay.
Assuming
Of course. Any friend
my
of
COVID
ours
tests
is
are
a friend of
negative
mine.
by tomorrow night,
Glad to help
I'm meant to be having an eye exam, which I can't reschedule
glad to help in
without
any
having
way I
to
can.
wait nearly
I
a
need
month to
your
be
help.
able to get into it again.
We
So I'm
need
really
your help.
hoping by the end of tomorrow night my COVID tests are going to come back negative, so I can go to that one. But yeah, before I can do those eye tests, I've got to have a 24-hour period with no contacts in. So tomorrow, as of me pulling the contact out tonight, I won't be putting them back in for 24 hours. So I am going to be legally blind for all of tomorrow. So I'm not going to be able to do shit. Because the way the contacts work with my disability is that they push my eye into the correct shape so I can see. I've described this one before. The problem is that if they want to do a topography scan of the surface of my eye, what they've got to do is they need to let my eye return to its natural shape. And if I pop the contacts out, or have the contacts in and then pop them out and then do the test, it's going to be still like squished. And they need to give the eyes 24 hours to actually return to their natural shape so they can work out what they can do about it, since my condition is progressing again at the moment. Yeah, we want the potions of minor healing, we want the lockpick, and I want all of the jewellery because we're going to sell that. It's only 25 points of hunger, but yeah, for the moment we'll take that as well. Yeah, that'll do.
The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose.
Yes, I'll go tell the Jarl.
Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever.
Yeah, hope it's an egg then, that's for sure. Yeah, it's the tests that I need to have done requires a special set of test contact lenses. They're because of the nature of the progression in my condition. The lenses that I'm using now, which are a hard Coke bottle like plastic, but they're relatively small, and they push my eye into the correct shape, well, they aren't doing the job in it well enough anymore. The shape of my eye is getting too pointy, and the lenses aren't sitting. They're rubbing on the surface, and that can actually cause you to get ulcers on the surface of your eye, which is not great, obviously. So they want to change to a new type that's really expensive, but it covers essentially the entire front of the eye, and it actually mounts onto the whites of your eyes. So it's like, think of a contact lens, it's the entire size of the front of your eye to do the reshape. So that's fine, that's what they want to do, but to test and fit one of those contact lenses, you need a very special test kit.
Did you really see a dragon? What did it look
And
like?
the test kit, just the test kit, is $750. Now I'm getting the access to the test kit for nothing because she just happens to have one available. My specialist just happens to have one in. By pure luck, my condition, the severity of my particular version of this condition, keratoconus, the severity of it, is about 1 in a million. There is about 35 people in the entire country that have it. It just so happens that there are 2 that live within the range of the same specialist, my specialist. And she's ordered the set in to test the other person's eyes, but I can piggyback off that. So that's really good. The problem is if I miss the Thursday appointment, I've got to wait a month to be able to get a booking to get those test lenses back in, and this time I'll have to pay for them. So I'd rather not have to do that if I can avoid it. The lenses themselves are fucking expensive enough. So audiobook day on the sofa. Yeah, that's pretty much the way I'm thinking, although with the way I've been sleeping recently, it's entirely possible it might be just sleep, and more sleep. Alright, so these are not marked as thieving, so I'm going to flog all
It's
of those.
nice to be back in a friendly spot, huh? Listen, I'm going to lay up here for a while. You can make your own way to Solitude from here.
You're going to lay up?
I'd recommend heading to Whiterun, just down the road from here. From there you can take a carriage to Solitude.
I never got this. He is supposed to be an officer in the Imperial Army, and he's, oh, I'm just going to lay up here for a little bit. No, you're going to get your ass to wherever the Imperial Army is currently based and get back to fucking work. That's your job. Slack ass. But yeah, that's the general plan, Somerset, at the moment. I'll take the gold. I can't take the great sword. I'll take the potion. Cool. So yeah, I've just got to hope that the COVID tests are negative, and yeah, spend an entire day basically doing nothing, and then it will depend on what happens after that. Did I have anything I can do leather with at the moment? Yes, I did. Now, What do I need for the current gear? Four leather. Well, no, just leather and leather. Okay, so we've just got the leather. I can do that right away. Do the gauntlets, because we're going to lose the Imperial Army stuff soon enough, and switch over to the, a just general, I suppose we can upgrade that one as well. Don't really have a need for it, I'm just going to sell it, but I'm probably going to sell all of this, so I can just do a leather upgrade on it, it'll be fine. Yeah, I hope the test comes back negative, and yeah, no streaming, no video, no recording, nothing tomorrow at all, in any way, shape or form. And then depending on what happens at the exam, it's entirely possible it'll be one and done, and that'll be it. And Thursday night I'd potentially be able to stream, and if I can, I'll probably stream Battletech on Thursday. I love what the textures have done here. The sky is great in this, and the lighting is fantastic. But, yeah, I'll do Battletech on Thursday, but if she needs additional scans done, I might have to go back in on Friday. And if I have to go back in on Friday, it means no contact in on Thursday when I get home. And it means nothing until potentially Friday. Got the bunny. Hey Arctic Finn, thank you very much for the subscription, mate. Actually, while we're at it, I decided mainly to do Skyrim tonight just because I haven't completed it before, and I just had an itch to play an RPG again. It was either going to be this or Kingdom Come Deliverance, and I decided this because I've actually finished Kingdom Come Deliverance. Where is this damn wolf? There it is. Missed it. Got it that time. But was there anything else you guys will want to stream other than just Battletech? I'm going to probably be doing more MechWarrior 5 soon enough as well. I'm going to start the Merc Tech mods. We've been messing around with them for the last couple of weeks trying to get it sorted out for co-op play. But I'm just going to push through and run up my own campaign. I think that might be a fun one. I might invite some of you guys in to fill up the slots on the mechs as well, depending on who's available. So I figure that should be a little bit of fun. But yeah, if there's anything else... I've got a backlog of games that I would love to play, and I just have that many of them that I haven't. I don't know where to start. Did you get sick again, or what's the deal with COVID? No. Got COVID. Got my positive test 2 days ago now, 2 or 3 days ago now. So first time getting it. Had a couple of near misses a couple of times where I thought we had it, but all the tests were negative. So apparently I just had a cold. But that's where I'm at now.
Be on your way. Imperial business. Be on your way.
Backlog. Oh, where to start? Like I've got over 1,000 games on my list, and I haven't played most of them. And there's a lot of really common games that I haven't completed. Like, I haven't completed this, obviously, as I've said. I've never finished Witcher 3. There's another one. I've never completed XCOM 2. I never bought XCOM 2 when it released. And so I waited until the expansion was out, and then I bought it. And went to complete XCOM 2. Got up to the part where you kill the last of the 3 chosen. Oh, that's right, we got a giant kill. Almost forgot about him.
Must have scared
Oh, we got an arrow into him at least. got up to the last one, and it had a massive save-breaking bug, and it pissed me off that much that I never went back to the game.
You handle yourself well.
So
you could make for a decent shield, brother.
What's a shield, brother?
An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems.
I should throw some names out there. Apart from those that I just listed off, I've been tempted to play through Homeworld and Homeworld 2 again. I've been having a bit of an itch for that.
Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Codlac Whitemane.
So that's another one. Bit of a strategy itch, and Homeworld is the single best space strategy game ever created.
If you go to him,
and my God, they better not fuck up Homeworld 3. I don't think they will. I'm actually, it's one of the few games, like new games coming out that I've actually been thinking is probably going to be all right. It's got most of the original team behind it, and it looks like they want to do. You know, oh, and we're getting cold. Yep. And it looks like they want to do a proper job of it. So yeah, the Homeworlds are another one. Might even throw Deserts of Karak in there as well, because I've never completed that. Although it's nowhere near as good as the original Homeworld 1 and 2, of course. God, the lighting is so much better now. This actually looks right rather than the entire place looking like daytime at nighttime.
Halt.
You interrupted me looking at the stars, mate.
Official business only.
Riverwood calls for the Alzaid.
You better go on in.
Witcher 3, you and me both, so DM will bug me about that. Prefer Witcher 2. Homeworld good. Weird West was good. Yeah, I should get back and finish Weird West. I've played up until the next section of it, and then I just sort of I got distracted by shinies, and well, I got distracted by other things, really. The modded BattleTech stream started up, and then I got COVID, so I just yeah, I should play through that again. I'll at least complete the playthrough of that, because that is a really good game. It's a bit of a one and doneer, but it is a good game. I got those Homeworld Remastered sitting on the drive, but don't know. Yeah, I've got Homeworld Remastered as well. The remaster is fine. They didn't really change anything with it. They just, you know, up-spec the graphics. That's it. They didn't mess with anything else. The cutscenes are the same. The audio's the same. The story's the same. They didn't fuck with it. The only major change they made, so there was one major change, though it's not that bad. They took the more refined control system out of Homeworld 2 and applied it to Homeworld 1, which some people didn't like, because Homeworld 2 as I recall, you move the fighters in groups where you can move them individually in Homeworld 1. I'm 6 of one, half dozen to the other. I thought both control systems were fine, but it's Homeworld 2's control system applied to Homeworld 1. That was the only major change. Right, now there's nothing for us to do here because it's late and the shops are closed, so we're not going to be able to speak to anybody because they're all in bed. Yeah, it's 12, it's midnight, so we are going to have to get some sleep. Sleep being a factor in survival mode, of course.
I spend a lot of time at the market stall so I can learn the merchant's trade. I need more experience if I'm going to run an inn someday.
What can I get you?
Rent a room?
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room right this way.
This is actually part of the reason why I was trying to build up gold as quickly as I can. You need 7,000 to buy and max out your home here for Winterhold. Yeah. Shit, I've forgotten the name of this place.
Let me know if there's anything else.
It's 5,000 to buy it and 2,000 to get all the upgrades for it. Yeah, 7 hours should cut it. Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, 7,000 gold. Yeah, to buy it and get all the upgrades for it. And you sort of need it here because this place, Whiterun, is it's basically your hub. you're constantly going to be moving back and forth through here as you're moving across the map. And since you're in survival mode, where you have no, we're running survival mode, so we have no fast travel outside of the wagons, and we need sleep, having a central house is kind of useful. Alright, so health. Yeah, we got 2 levels. We're level 3. So we'll take the sneak bonus for a start. Sneak 22. We need 30. Our one-handed and our archery is all crap. 20% more damage one-handed. Archery is probably going to be the better one first while we're getting the stealth settings up. We'll work on the one-handed as well. And once we've got our stealth bonus up enough that we can actually sneak reliably, then we'll start working on probably destruction and illusion next, because they're going to be our 2 mainstays for a Nightblade build. Alright. And we need to eat. And I need to grab a glass of water too, guys. I will be just a moment once I've done this. Right, so let's drink all of our ale out. Get a bit pissed. That'll be fine. Bread. Satisfied. We need to go further than that. 0501 025. Yeah, we'll eat the catfish. Oh, yeah, well fed. That'll work.
Maybe
right.
some other time.
Right, so I'm just going to stand here by the fire for just a moment, guys, and I will be right back.
Palm reading, crystal scrying. Ooh, maybe trepanning.
Sadia, dear?
Yes, Mum?
Don't forget to polish those glasses later.
Oh, yes, Miss Hulda.
Once was a hero named Ragnar the Red, who came riding to Whiterun from old Rorikstead. And the braggart did swagger and brandish his blade as he told of bold battles and gold he had made. But then he went quiet, did Ragnar the Red, when he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said, "Oh, you talk and you lie and you drink all our mead. Now I think it's high time that you lie down and bleed." So then came clashing and slashing of steel as the brave lass Matilda charged in full of zeal.
And back.
Ragnar was boastful no more when his ugly red head rolled around on the floor.
Can't say much for the lyrics, but apparently it's supposed to be a classic. How's the internet? Well, I'm hoping pretty good at this point. I'm hoping the stream's coming through well. I did try and tweak it a little bit, so this should work. I was hoping that Skyrim wouldn't be quite fast enough to cause me an issue, but you guys will have to tell me. The connection on this fine seems to be on this side seems to be fine, but it depends on how you guys are actually getting it. Whether it looks like crap or if it's okay. Unfortunately, I can't tell while I'm streaming. Alright, so first things first, we've got to sell off all this crap that we've got. Now we've got to go do the blacksmithing tutorial, even though we know how to blacksmith already. Just simply because you've got to complete the blacksmithing tutorial to get the quest to deliver the sword.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy.
So first things first, we'll sell all of our junk. Looks fine on this end. Yep, that's what I was hoping for. As I said, I wouldn't mind streaming this as an alternate. You know, once a week, maybe twice a week, in between the BattleTech stuff, just to have a little bit of a break. That's why I'm sort of looking for a couple of other games. I'm loving BattleTech, but I'm worried, you know, streaming it 2, 3, 4 nights a week, that I'm going to burn myself out on it, and that's the last thing that I want. I've burnt out on other games before. I've done it with War Thunder, I did it with DCS, I've done it partially with other stuff that I've covered. I absolutely do not want to burn out on BattleTech, because I freaking love BattleTech. So, having something that's not BattleTech in the mix would be good. And considering that I'm going to be doing MechWarrior 5, I don't think that's a big enough step away. Alright, it's fishing rod. We're going to keep our iron arrows, iron dagger and iron sword we're keeping. We do not need 3 longbows. The steel greatsword can be sold, the steel mace can go, and we can sell the 3 steel war axes. I could use them, but I figure I'll find a sword soon enough. And right now I could use the gold more. So 635, what else? Get rid of the Imperial boots, sell the iron helmet. And we've got iron ore, lockpicks, and the wolf pelt. So, that's alright. We're down to 58. We've got to watch the carry weight on this one. You notice the carry weight's down by 50%. Normally it's, I think by default, you get 300. And we only get 150 in this. 150 carry weight, including your gear. This is the other reason why getting a house is very important at the start. It gives you a spot to store your shit, because you're going to need it. Alright, need any help around the forge? Yes, let's do the forge tutorial so we can get the quest for the deliver the sword. Because there's a couple of hundred gold in that. You ever finish Outer Worlds? Yeah, I finished Outer Worlds. It was a pain in the ass to make videos on, and as it turned out, the game wasn't as great as I was expecting it to be. The initial first couple of hours was great. And it wasn't a terrible game by any means, but it did drag a little in the middle. It's definitely a game that now, having streamed more, that streaming would be better for. You know, unless you speedrun it, in which case I think you can finish the game in like 8 minutes. What have you got for sale? Can I have the right one?
Don't forget to check inside the shop.
She asked us to do something there, didn't she? And I wasn't paying attention. Hang on. I'm pretty sure she wanted us to make it was the iron dagger.
That's a decent weapon.
Yep, that was right. Alright, I remember this.
I don't claim. Not bad, but it's a little dull. How about you sharpen it up? Just need a bit of metal and the grindstone over there.
Yep. Might have done this a few times as well. No, not recently, but first time chat from viewer. What if you're not that speedy for a speed run? A slow run? Well, a slow run is how I tend to play my games. I respect speedrunners. I think the fact that people have managed to complete, like there was the recent one everyone was flipping on about, completing Elden Ring, killing all the bosses in like 8 minutes or something freaking ridiculous. I have full respect for those who work out how to exploit the game that severely in order to do that. But I'm the kind of person, if I'm going to sit down with an RPG, I'm quite happy picking up one little side quest and turning it into a 20-hour epic as I just wander through the fucking forest and see what I find. I don't do anything that quickly.
This looks good. You put time into your blades, they'll serve you well when you need them. You want to keep helping? How about you make some armor? Let's start by tanning some leather on the rack.
Alright.
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
Tan leather.
I help my father in more ways. Ah, good. A lot of.
Yeah, I figure if the developers have made a world that
Let's
is
see if you can make a hide helmet. Here's the rest
that's
of what you need.
worth playing as an RPG. I think the hide helmet is made on the forge, which is actually kind of weird. It's worth spending the time screwing around into it to see what you can find.
You think all the... I should hire you to be my assistant at this rate. Let's improve the fit. Take this leather to the workbench over there.
But, yeah, no disrespect for speedrunners. I'll sit back and watch speedrunners and be blown away by watching what they do. I particularly like it. I hate to say this because I hate reaction vids as a general rule. But I like the reaction vids.
Have you met my father?
Where they have the actual developers watching a speedrun for the first time, so they get to see how somebody managed to exploit the game.
Yes?
And what areas that they fucked up to allow it to happen.
Need something?
I find them really entertaining.
You have talent. Keep working at
just
your
that
craft
the
and you'll be a
reaction of
fine
somebody
smith
who
one
spent
day.
potentially
Why don't you
years
keep
putting
that
this
dagger
game
in
together
hand?
and having
Maybe
somebody go
you will
through it and
remember
just
me
break
when
it in front of them.
Skyforge Steel, huh?
And most of them take it pretty well as well. I remember the Doom Eternal one. The devs, one of the devs freaking out at one of the other devs because they accidentally left one of the test rooms inside of the walls in a no-clip area, and the guy worked out how to get inside of it, which is essentially a pathway to go anywhere you want to go in the game. And them just flipping the fuck out because they completely forgot that they left it in there and it was supposed to be development only.
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
Alright, so now we want this one here. Join the Imperial Legion, speak with companies before the storm.
I don't claim to be the best blacksmith in Whiterun. Yorland Greymane's
Okay.
got that honor. Man Steel is...
Actually, we can sell off most of that, I think.
All I ask is a fair chance. I help my father in more ways than people realize. You think all the blades...
Sorry,
helmets,
messing around here.
pretty
Just
much
needed to
anything
remember what to
civilians.
clear out. What we got? Mags we want to sell. Let's get rid of that one. We keep the sword, we keep the longbow, we keep the iron dagger, iron arrows and the rest. And we can get rid of that hide helmet. We don't need that. Just getting rid of any excess weight and make sure we're stripped down. Iron ingot, iron ore, we're going to have to keep those. That's weight that I don't really want to carry, but it's not too bad. But I haven't got anywhere to store it yet. And I don't want to sell it off. Because I might need to make arrows and stuff yet.
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those horrors comes here.
I like chill things like this though, light banter and chat with a nice atmospheric game. Yeah, well this is precisely why I enjoy streaming over doing the YouTube stuff at the moment. Like the YouTube stuff's good, and if you want to do a precise and informative video, YouTube's the way to do it. But I like being able to sit back and chat with you guys. As I've said in the past, I spent over 8 years sitting in a room on my own, recording and playing video games with nobody to talk to except myself, and you guys got to watch it. That's my entire channel, the first 8 years of my channel. I really enjoy being able to chat with you guys like this. Talking to myself, I've had enough of that shit.
Jarl Balgruuf is not receiving visitors.
That's horrible. I got 1,600 hours in RimWorld and never finished it. I just end up planting flowers. Phil's birthday, man. Yeah, I haven't got that many hours in RimWorld, but I actually didn't even think you could finish RimWorld. Well, you just kept building, and you reached a new point, and you just went out and built a new base, and I was perfectly fine with that. Colonize the entire planet, just keep going.
Well, that explains why the guards let you in. Come on then. The Jarl will want to.
Oh, you mean War Crime Sim? Yeah, finishing it is just carrying on with slavery and organ harvesting. Much better. They've banned it in my country too. I hate my ratings board.
Dragon with your own eyes?
We're not all like that, guys, too. Every time you hear, oh, X game was banned in Australia, it's got nothing to do with the people that actually enjoy games, trust me. He's had a great view while the Imperials are trying to cut my head off. The dragon destroyed Helgen, and I last saw it was heading this way. Yeah, we'll go with the second one. No reason to be a dick yet.
What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
Build a spaceship and leaving is the end.
We should send troops to Riverwood
Okay.
at once.
Why would you want to do that?
If that dragon is lurking in the mountains.
That is a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him.
You spent all the time building up an awesome colony on an alien planet, and you've got all your solar panels and your geothermals, and you've got your food organized, and you've killed all the local tribes and taken over your entire continent. You are now the ruler of all this, and you want to build a ship and leave? Why?
I'll return to my duties.
A plate of flags. This place is mine now.
Well done.
Crown yourself king.
On your own initiative. You've done
Oh yeah, RimWorld was banned for a while. RimWorld is banned completely in Australia. Funnily enough, they have no problems with the no problems with the organ harvesting or the slavery or the murder or the mutilation and torture. That's all perfectly fine. There's drug usage in RimWorld. Big no-no. Big no-no. Can't have that. Can't have that. Everything else is fine. Can't have that.
Leave me out of your intrigues, Hrongar. If you have something to say to the Jarl, say it with your own tongue.
What are you two bitching about? Shut up, we're organising a quest here. I'll be on to you in a second.
So angry, can hardly
Yeah, it's friggin' ridiculous. Thankfully I already own it, so it hasn't affected me in the slightest. Because they didn't remove your ability to play it, they just removed your ability to buy it. But yes, they banned RimWorld in its entirety in Australia. Because we have a bunch of people that are on the average age of the people on the ratings board is like 72 years old.
Well, when I say fetch,
and these are the people that get to make decisions about video games.
Dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there.
Now, they're old enough for me to find in the crypt that I'm about to go to. Alright, what does this have to do with dragons?
Ah, no mere brute mercenary, but a thinker. Perhaps even a scholar? You see, when the stories of dragons
scholars stab people? Yeah.
Many dismiss them as mere fantasies, rumors, impossibilities. One sure mark of a fool is to dismiss anything that falls outside his experience.
Injecting yourself to regain health while cutting zombies' heads off is okay? Yes, that's perfectly fine. They don't have a problem with that. They don't have a problem with that in the slightest.
Where were they coming from?
It's if they actually have a shimmery effect, like there's some kind of hallucinogen at the point you inject yourself. Oh no, then it's illicit drugs. You can't have that, and they'll ban the entire game for it. Or they'll demand the developers change it. And I have a tendency to tell every time this happens, message the developers, they probably never read it, but I do it anyway, don't change the fucking game for these people. Don't do it. The times where that has happened in the past, the game that was released here was not playing and we ended up pirating the version that was good anyway. Don't do it. Stick to your guns, leave your game as it is. The people on the review board, the average age is 72. They're all going to die soon anyway. Just give it a little bit more time and it's going to be fine. You'll get your game back in. Eventually they're going to have to hire somebody who's actually played a fucking video game to work on the board because they're not going to have a choice. Because once they get far enough in, the entire population has played video games. So it's just a matter of time and then we can solve the problem.
I learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed.
What if you go to the government and carry them to the retirement? Look, there's a lot of jokes about that kind of stuff, but it just you got to remember that the majority of my government is very old, and they are nanny state to a ridiculous level, to the point where there are states in my country that have banned Nerf guns for being firearms. So I'm confident my country will unfuck itself given it enough time. We just have to wait a little bit longer. I would say another 10 to 15 years and these arseholes will all die out. No, they won't be able to hold on to power because they will be dead, and that'll solve the problem. It's just time is the problem. We just need a little bit more time. It's not going to fix it for me, but it'll fix it for my kids. So that'll be cool. And it'll fix it for some of you guys. Anything you can tell me about Bleak Falls Barrow?
An old tomb built by the ancient Nords. Perhaps dating back
Sorry,
to
mini
the
rant
Dragon
while I'm
War
in the middle of the quest dialogue.
Maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood.
I get very angry when it comes to this kind of stuff.
I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there.
It got dark in here. The lighting mod that I've put in changes the lighting to actual light sources like the candles and like the windows here. So when you see it darkened like that, it usually means that there's been a weather change outside or time has shifted on and it's getting to nighttime, which I don't think it is. It should only be morning. How do you know this stone tablet is here?
Well, must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Reliable sources.
Alright. That's about all we have from here. What has he got for sale? I can't really afford to buy anything, but
I think you'll appreciate
check and see what he's got. Now, at least our game age thingy is advisory and not binding. Well, that's the thing. It's advisory here as well, outside of the R18 plus rating. And we do have an R18 plus rating here. And this has been my argument all along. See, I have no problem with them. Alright, you don't like drug usage. I think you're overblowing it a little bit. But, you know, okay, fine. You don't like the drug usage. But you'll have drug usage of movies. That's perfectly fine. Okay. Double standard. But I can deal with that. Don't ban the game. Give it the R18 plus rating in Australia. That'll be fine. The game will still be out there. We'll still be able to get it. The developers will get their money for it. The majority of gamers that play things like RimWorld are over 18. Not all, but the majority. It's fine. Use the rating. But we have the rating, and it seems the review board is deathly scared of actually using it on anything. There's only a handful of games that have ever been given it, and the rest, it's either you take this out of the game and change it and mess up your code and completely ruin the game, or we're going to ban it. And originally games developers were actually changing it. It seems they've all stopped now, and they just stopped selling it in Australia, and I'm perfectly fine with that. That's what they should be doing. Apply in a couple of years and see whether or not they can get it in. But don't change the game. Alright, so we have 678 gold. Now battle axe, bound sword. Candlelight is one that might actually be really useful at some point because of the lighting mods. Everything's a little bit darker and we're not always going to have torches available. But I don't think we need it straight away. Fast healing, fear, fire rune, fire bolt. Muffle is one that we will definitely want. We can't, although I suppose I could get it now. Move more quietly for 180 seconds. I might be able to get some, actually that one we might grab. It'll be the only one I'll be wanting to grab until we've got the money for the house. but that could actually be useful. Because we do want to pump up our stealth skills, and at the moment our stealth skills are kind of lacking just a touch. So we can pop muffle and then get in for the backstabs. And that'll let the let us get our stealth points up a little bit faster. Because we want the natural muffle out of the skill tree, and we want the reduction of noise to the armor. 2 perks in the tree. We want to pick both of those up.
The Jarl is not a patient man. Dragon. Neither am I. We need it quickly, before it's too late.
Right, and now I think I got the sword.
The Jarl is, as you can imagine, very busy. Perhaps
Work, got any leads, the city's history? No, apparently I don't.
Visit to Dragon's Reach.
Why do I not? Why did I not get the quest for the sword? I was sure I picked that up. I probably should have been paying more attention. The side effect of having chat sitting there to talk to. Sometimes I'm not paying quite as much attention as I should be. I got those Homeworld remasters.
Brigands I can handle, but this talk of dragons?
Chat paused you to scroll. What the hell is going on there? Hang on a second. Oh, chat just messed up for a second for some reason. I have no idea why that happened. Okay, cool. Let's fix them.
Aren't they? I own sets on the side for myself.
I just got double ups for some reason.
I'm sure you could charge double for those and still sell more.
So we're going to quickly talk to her down here again.
I don't claim to be the best blacksmith in Whiterun.
You work the forge all day.
It's a sword. Listen.
Ah.
If you take the sword to... Thanks.
That's what I wanted.
Don't forget to check inside the
I missed a line of dialogue. Now we've got the sword quest, so I can run up and deliver the sword, take the cash, and that'll be that one complete.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often?
I know your family's honor is important to you, but we can't...
You look tired, friend. The bannered mare has beds for rent.
No,
Make sure you
that's not the one. One of the other priestesses we've got to talk to for the Nettlebane quest. Which is one we probably won't get done tonight. And I'm probably going to want some bigger weapons before we go and do that one. The hag is a bitch.
I serve Jarl Balgruff as
I have a sword from you, from your daughter.
Adrian? Ah, this... Thank you. Please, take these few coins for services rendered.
That's only 20.
Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach.
I recall that being more. Oh well, every bit counts. Okay. So next stop we're doing Bleak Falls Barrow. Ah, that was the wrong term. We need the next one. Weird thing about older folks and drugs. I was once watching a documentary with my dad about the German army using meth in World War II. He went a bit quiet when he said, well, that explains some stuff I did in the RAF. Yeah, there's a lot of it. A lot of this stuff was developed originally looking for performance enhancers for the military. Drugs have a really weird history when you start looking back into them. I mean, they used to put cocaine in soft drinks. That was a thing at one point. That went away. You know, like, I'm not an advocate for drugs or anything like that. I'm kind of, you know, you do you is sort of my personal opinion on it. But yeah, if you look at I mean, shit. The people on the review board today were in their heyday in the 60s. What was the 60s known for? These people on the review board that are anti-drug were probably stoned off their fucking gourd during the 60s. Because most of the population was stoned out of its fucking mind in the 60s. Yeah, like Coke. Yeah, Coke actually had Coke in it at one point. Like, it was around the 1900s. 1900, 1910, or somewhere around there. But yes, that was actually a thing. It was part of the recipe. And it wasn't the only one. There was a whole bunch of other soft drinks that had it as well. Where's your giant? I'm pretty sure that's one of the cows that normally wanders around with the giants. Where the frick is the giant, and why is it patrolling on the road? Okay then. Oh, there's your giant. We're going this way. we're going right over this way. Nope. Like, heroin was a big problem in Finland after World War II. Yeah, they messed around with some of that. A lot of common street drugs these days, the original cooks for them were, they were done by scientists in a lab, and a lot of it was military testing. And yeah, meth was one of the major ones, and amphetamines in general were heavily tested by the military, trying to work out how to make troops that could, run faster and fight longer and stay awake longer and battle for longer and have less downtime and try and make them more efficient. And they did the experiments, and they worked out that, okay, so technically, yes, this stuff works, but the soldier's effectiveness is, well, he's basically fucking useless, to put it bluntly. And the side effects, once it actually wears off, make him useless for even longer. So this is probably not such a great idea. Although occasionally the military did do stuff. There was a reason why weed was really common during Vietnam. And it's because they found while it wasn't particularly great for soldiers' performance, it did help with anxiety, and there was a lot of really anxious troops during Vietnam. I can't imagine why. There was a reason why the military turned a pretty big blind eye to that during the entirety of Vietnam. No, it's this one. Middle one. Should have the quest in here for the claw.
I said no. No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing.
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this. Oh, a customer. Sorry you had to hear that.
Found a few crates of Coke on a sunken barge in the Times around 2002 with old recipes as well as porter at a place. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. It surprises me that it was still intact enough for you to actually work out what it is after sitting at the bottom of the Times. But, yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, we did have a bit of a break. We still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing.
Yeah, it's the thing I'm interested in.
An ornament. Solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw.
Yep, I need that key. And I want some money for it.
I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment. It's yours if you bring my claw back. Now, if you're going to get those thieves, you should head to Bleak Falls Barrow, northeast of town. Yes. So now you don't have to go, do you?
Oh, really? Well, I think your new helper here needs a guide.
No, by the 8, fine.
Come on, waifu,
but only
let's
to
go.
the edge of town.
One of the romance options that you can take if you choose to actually do that in this game. Never really entirely understood it. It never really made a huge amount of sense. Although I suppose I never really did much with Hearth and Home, so that might make more sense.
You can see it from here, though. The mountain just over the buildings. Those thieves must be mad hiding out there. Those old crypts are filled with nothing but traps, trolls, and who knows what else.
Alright, you're going to break, aren't you? Not that it really matters, we can just walk off on you. This is a common bug, and it's been there since the original Skyrim release. I thought they would have fixed this in Special Edition. Wonder if they fixed it. Oh, no, they wouldn't have fixed it in Anniversary. This is Bethesda. And here he goes. That triggers it a run.
I mean, we have plenty of things in the shop that are worth.
And now she can complete it.
Lucan found the claw about a year after he
Come
opened
on.
the store. He never quite explained where he got it. He's a tricky one.
Do I have COVID? Yes, I most certainly do. I've had it for a couple of days now. Hopefully it.
This is the bridge out of town.
Hopefully I'm on the way out, and it's
Mara
only a
bless you
short
for
bout of
agreeing
it.
to help
That's what I'm
us.
hoping for.
Well, it's a winding road up the mountain just ahead. You'll know you're in the right place once you spot the old
You gotta
watchtower.
hold her hand. You gotta
Once you
hold
get to the
Bethesda's
tower, head
scripting.
north.
This is what you
Bleak
gotta
Falls
do.
Barrow should be just around the corner further up.
Alright.
Good luck. Lucan and I will be waiting for you back in the shop.
Alright, so now we have the quest for the claw, so we can make a couple of hundred gold delivering that on the way back out. Now, 4:56 PM. We're hungry and we're near sleep, so we're getting close to dark. I'm actually going to grab a spot at the inn here, and then we're going to eat up. So we start at about 6 in the morning. Because the higher you go, the way survival works in this, the way the temperatures work, you have different weather conditions and snow and so on that can change the weather and you get cold. But one of the big ones is, as you climb up the mountains, the higher you go, the colder it gets. And unfortunately, we don't have the best thermal gear at this point because we've only just started off. And obviously, if it's nighttime, it gets even colder. So I want to go up there starting in the morning during the day and get to the front of the Barrow before.
Once was a hero named Ragnar the Red. He
Same
riding
song,
to
Jesus.
Whiterun from old Rorick Stead.
Where is she?
Did you hear me?
And the braggart did swagger.
Yep, Ale's
Ah, here
going
she is.
bad.
You're that visible. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I guess you don't have potatoes in your
We
ears
got
after
rooms
all.
and food.
Just make
Drink,
sure we
too.
get a
And grab
Take
some
a
food.
look.
Yes, we want to, wait till morning before we head up the mountain. Just so we don't freeze to death on the way up. Cooked beef is 15. Oh, it's not sort of the heart of a demon for sale. That's fine. We can just pick that up. Cool. Salmon steaks. These ones are good to carry because they're light. We'll grab that cooked beef as well.
Until next time.
Oh, you talk and you lie and you drink all our mead. Now I think it's high time that you lie down and bleed.
I cannot sleep in an own bed. Oh, that must be his bed.
And slashing steel as the brave lass Matilda
Which one am
charged
I
in.
supposed to sleep in? That one. Okay. Let's do... 12 hours. Big sleep before we start this fight. Now that I think about it, these Imperials have very Roman names. Wow, that's because they're supposed to be Romans, basically. The entire Skyrim's pretty clear about its influences, and the Empire is literally the Roman Empire, just with dragons and magic, which I'm fine with. That works. The military is the Roman Legion, is the Imperial Legion, and they even wear Roman-style outfits. The Imperial Heavy Armor is straight-up Legionnaires' armor. Alright, so I want the beef. Cooked beef. Still feel hungry. Probably the cheese is the heaviest one. Satisfied? We want to go further. There we go. Well fed. Cool.
When his ugly red head rolled around on the floor.
You know how you said the Doom dev went mental when the speedrunners broke the thing? Bethesda devs would be amazed they got it to work after they couldn't for 2 years. Yeah, a Bethesda game speedrun, like a specific Bethesda game speedrun, I feel wouldn't be quite as fun. Because the glitches and bugs are almost expected at this point. Alright, so. You know, finding a glitch in a Bethesda game that you can exploit is, it's not exactly a heroic feat or anything. I mean, as I said at the start of the thing, inside of the tutorial level in this one, when you get up to the part where you're facing the bear, if you don't shoot the bear and don't walk towards the bear will stay there indefinitely, and the guy that you're in the cave with, he's immune to damage. So you can turn around and you can just go into stealth and backstab him over and over again until you've got 100 stealth. And then you can stand up and start slashing him with a knife until you've got 100 one-handed. Then you can pull out your spells and just burn your mana bar, and it'll take about 2 hours to do, but you can max out about 50% of the skills in the game just shooting him over and over again before you walk out of the tutorial cave. You don't even complete the tutorial and you've already maxed it out, just abusing the shit out of him. Not a speedrunner thing to do, but if you're looking for a bug that you can exploit, you know, Skyrim doesn't need cheats. It comes with one built into the tutorial. You just have to choose whether or not you're going to use it or not. I discovered that on my very first playthrough, back when it first released. You know, before Todd Howard released like 200 editions of it for everything from your computer to your friggin' microwave oven. The very first release of it, I was actually in a caravan at the time. I had my PC set up inside of a caravan. It was my I had just picked up. I pre-ordered Skyrim. I apologize. I was excited about another Elder Scrolls game because I loved all the previous ones. And yeah, first time going through, accidentally backstabbed him and realized he took damage, but he didn't seem to complain and he didn't turn hostile. And I immediately went up a level on my stealth. So I stabbed him again, and again, and again, and again, and again. And after I stabbed him enough that I had reached about level 35 in stealth, I finally got his health bar down to 0, where he falls down, staggers for a few seconds, and then his health instantly regenerates. So I kept stabbing him. And then I restarted because I didn't want to exploit the game. At least not on the first playthrough. The second playthrough, I abused the fuck out of that. Awesome programming. That's not so much an awesome programming thing. That's a typical Bethesda. Somebody didn't think. Somebody didn't think that the immortal NPC that they've installed into the game, that's supposed to be your friend, actually allows you to earn skill points, but he can never die, and that the entire tutorial will pause and wait for you to make a choice. So they didn't put anything in to prevent it. It's just it's not programmed wrong, it's working exactly as it's meant to work. It's just somebody didn't think. What they should have done there is put a put in an extra line of code that's basically any damage done to this guy doesn't count towards your skill gains. So then you can't. Come on. Gotcha. We want the sword. And we're starting to freeze up. This is why I'm talking. We would die going up this mountain at night. Oh, nice. Hunting bow. We'll take that. Oh, and here he comes. Unfortunately, we can't stay here. We've got to keep going to Bleak Falls. There we go. Steel sword, I'll take that. Sorry, I'm crunching on an anacol here to make sure I try and stop my nose from blocking up, so I don't sound completely terrible while I'm on the stream and make yous all, you know, hate me or anything. No table there. Alright, let's crack this chest. Actually, no padlock on it. Okay, 76 and an iron ingot. Alright, we got a fairly good run here. So we got some steel now, and we've got an upgraded bow. We do need to keep moving on because we are freezing up. I'll take that. And we'll quickly rejig our items because now we've got a bunch of steel stuff. I know there's a difference, but it's funny. Oh yeah, it's funny. I laughed my balls off when I realized what I could pull off with that. And as I said, then I played through on one character, which was my first Nightblade, which is basically what I'm trying to replicate here. Well, it wasn't my first Nightblade, it was my first Nightblade in Skyrim. I've been playing Nightblade since Daggerfall. But yeah, I played through that one, and then I created a second character, and that's where I decided to see exactly how far you could actually push it, and I laughed even harder. Like, it's the only skills that you cannot maximize in that. You cannot maximize restoration, because he will never hurt you, so you never take damage. You cannot maximize lockpicking. You cannot maximize pickpocketing, because you cannot pickpocket him. They've got an exception on him, so you can't pickpocket him. They'll let you stab him to death over and over again until you're basically God of War, but they won't let you pickpocket him. And all those other related skills. Those are the ones you can't do. And there's a limit to how far you can push your archery, because you've only got like 27 arrows or something. So you can only pick up a couple of points shooting him with the bow to the point where it's almost not worth it. But you can maximize literally every other skill. Oh, except the mage skills that you don't have spells for yet. So your destruction skills you can, and you can with conjuration if you play a Breton, because you get summon a familiar as a core skill, so you can do that as well, and you can max out conjuration. Longbow off, hunting bow on. We're going to get rid of the iron sword and go to a steel sword. We'll keep the iron dagger because we haven't got a replacement yet. I forgot to get rid of some of that stuff. 27? 27. Okay, I'm not sure why I've got two, but that one's worth a lot. Alright, yeah, we'll keep it. We'll keep it for the moment. We might have to ditch it later. Right, let's move on before we freeze to death. First time playing Skyrim was amazing. Maybe best gaming experience I had, or Battlefield 2. Yeah, Skyrim is a good game. For all the shit it gets, and I feel like most of that's related to Todd Howard constantly reselling it to everything, so you buy Skyrim for a freaking graphics calculator now. But it was a good game. It's not my favourite Elder Scrolls though. My favourite's still Daggerfall, and it's better than all the others, especially considering the type of characters I like to play. Let's go hunting bow. I like playing your Nightblade, your stealthy type characters. And Daggerfall has an ability that was removed from all following Elder Scrolls games, and that is the ability to climb, and that is amazing when you're playing an assassin or a thief. The cities in Daggerfall often are surrounded by like defensive walls, and you can be kicked out of the city for doing shit. And Yeah, our stealth is... I can't. Hang on. Wait. Wait. We have muffle. We don't have enough... Well, that was a shame. We don't actually have enough mana to actually... Oh, that was embarrassing. Looks like we have to spend some points into our mana pool. Oh shit, we're getting sniped. Where are ya? Healing. Let's get the health back up. But yeah, you've got two... Where the hell am I getting hit from to be hit here? Oh, you sneaky shit. Both of yous. Fine. Got one of yous. Where's the other one? How you like them apples? Yeah, inside of the cities, there's two-story buildings with balconies. They're obviously boxy because this is a 1994 game, but there's two-story buildings. So you sneak into the buildings, and you can sneak up to the second floor, sneak inside, and assassinate people in the upstairs bedroom while they've got guests downstairs. And there's actually you can do that, or you can sneak in, and they might have a glass of water next to their bed. So you come in with poison, and you put the poison in the glass of water. Then you leave, and the next morning there's like a newspaper announcement that the person's been killed, and you complete the mission. Like, none of that exists in any of the following Elder Scrolls games. Yeah, I would love somebody to work out how to make those mechanics work again in a modern version. But it's also more RPG-like as well, which I like. But Skyrim's not bad by any means. Like, I'm very, very, very fond of the game, actually. That was that one, and we had the one we killed on the stairs, which I don't think we've looted. Let's do a quick check. And then we better get inside before we freeze. There's some gold, nothing too important. Someone tried to, I think, but didn't get QA involved. Yeah, well, that's a common thing with games these days. Damn good game, after all. We're still playing it 10 years later. Yeah, look, it's good enough that, yes, Skyrim is definitely going to be one of those games that even in another 10 years from now, people come back to and play. It's probably one of the few quote-unquote modern games that's going to have that kind of reaction. That's the one thing you'll notice as time has moved on. Graphics have improved. Fidelity has improved. A lot of design has been streamlined. Games have gotten bigger. They've become more well-known. They sell more copies. They make more money. The whole industry has improved. What has happened less is there are less and less games that people years later will come back to and play. People are still playing TIE Fighter from 1993 and 1994 now, and X-Wing. They're playing Daggerfall. Daggerfall's got somebody, and I'm probably going to stream this at some point as well, because I want to play this, and I haven't done this yet. But somebody has recreated Daggerfall inside of the Unity engine with upgrades. They're actually rebuilding Daggerfall. It's looking very similar to it. It's got some nice graphical improvements, but for the most part it still looks the same as original Daggerfall. But they're rebuilding the entirety of Daggerfall as a complete game, fixing all of its bugs and its little quirks as well in the process inside of the Unity engine. And it's amazing. I've seen it played before a couple of times, and it's incredible. There are games that are released now that nobody is going to do that for in 20 years. Nobody's going to bother. They've sold a bazillion more copies than Daggerfall ever did. But nobody's ever going to go back and try and fix them, or modernize them, or bring them in. Let's go for you first, because you've got a bow. Down. Hit. Dead. Nice. Doing a little bit of stealth archer here for the moment, but it's because I need the stealth. I promise as soon as I've got enough stealth, we'll be stabbing people. Nothing too useful here. Actually, just remind me of another game that's just recently had a fan-done remaster as well. The entire that I've been meaning to play for ages and keep forgetting about. The Angels remaster of original TIE Fighter. The entirety of TIE Fighter rebuilt inside of the X-Wing Alliance engine, and the X-Wing Alliance engine upgraded to the point where it's got VR support. You know, that's a thing that somebody spent the time to do. There are just less and less iconic games that have been made as time has gone on and everything has gone up, is sort of what I'm getting at here. Skyrim is probably one of those games, but they're getting fewer and fewer as time moves. Alright, I think that's everything in here. Messing with illusions was too much of a hassle for me, even if being invisible sounded good. Illusion is fun as. It's part of the reason why I wanted to do this one as a Nightblade. And one of the favourite things you can do with a Nightblade, particularly in this game, because they've got the spell set for it, you get your stealth all the way up to full, and you get your illusion all the way up to full, and there's... I forget the name of the spell, but it's like mass hysteria or something. You can walk into a room with one of the dragon priests and all of his lackeys and cast a spell, and essentially everybody goes insane for a few moments and starts fighting everybody else, or thinks everybody else is an enemy, and the dragon priest will be slaughtered by his own people, and then the people in the room will slaughter each other until only a handful of them are left, and you're sitting on the corner in stealth just watching them all murder one another for no apparent reason. You straight up get all of your enemies to kill themselves. It's a long tree to mess around with, and you've got to do a lot of casting. But it's you can do some really fun stuff with illusion. No, I don't think there's anything up there. Once you get up to the top of the skill trees and access to the sort of the top end spells and stuff in this game, the bullshit you can pull off is just amazing. And some of the weapons are straight up broken. I was actually discussing this before the stream with Deb, Meat and Tal. Is one of them, I think it's called Wind Shear. I think it's Wind Shear. It's been a long time since I've pulled it, so I can't quite remember. But what it is, it's a Saracen sword, a cutlass, like a cutlass type deal. You know, curved blade. But what it does is it has a stun lock attached to its attacks that scales with certain powers. So if you're beyond a certain level, you actually reach the point on this thing that you can stun lock dragons. And so you can, providing you keep up a steady rhythm on your attacks, you can stun lock the bosses, you can stun lock the dragons, you can stun lock everything in the game, and you can get into fights once you've got this thing and the right skill set, and they will never be able to attack you. The second you get close enough to hit them with the sword, the fight's over. Not fixed, working as intended, by design. That's exactly what that sword was placed to do. But you can only get access to it on one specific Dark Brotherhood mission. You've got to take it off. It's stuck in the prow of a boat, and you've got to pull it out of the prow of the boat. And if you miss it on that quest, the boat's not available to get it anymore. So you get one crack at it, and that's it. Alright, so it is snake, whale, and snake. Should probably left that one there. No, snake in the middle. Pay attention, Max. Pay attention. And whale. I've always assumed that's a whale. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's a whale. It seems to be a whale. Yeah, that's my kind of build, although Manic Laughter gives away just a little. We did play a lot of TIE Fighter, but what is a copy? We had to copy those worlds from a manual. It was Piracy Protection thingy. Yeah. Yeah, back in the days when they had that kind of stuff in there. When they actually had manuals. They can't do that kind of copy protection anymore because they don't have manuals anymore. Actually, I was had a quick chat with the dev from Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Not Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, sorry, Task Force Admiral on Twitter. And he's toying with the possibility, if he can, of trying to get a box copy. He doesn't know if it's going to be possible, but he would like to. I said to him, you need to do an old school one, like Silent Hunter 4. Because I've still got my Silent Hunter 4 Collector's Edition box set. And it's got fold-out maps, and it came with a patch for one of the submarines, and a whole load of shit inside of it. They just don't do that anymore. I need to pull it all out because I've still got it all. I've still got the iron-on patch. I've still got all the maps. It's all still there. The box is a little ratty. It's a few years old now, but the whole box is there, and everything that was internal to it, as well as the discs. So I should pull it out and photo it. Like this was sort of the last time I actually got an actual in-store box that had shit in it that was worth it. The last time I got a collector's edition that was actually worth calling a collector's edition. Yeah, it had the identification manual, like a hard copy of the identification manual, so when you're through the periscope you didn't have to use the in-game one, you could just actually pop out the paper and have a look. Now where... Yeah, my stealth is crap. Oh well. Torch up so I can actually see what the hell I'm going for. Working out destruction a little bit. We just called our friend Page X word Y. I'm not sure what you mean there. And that's all the skeevers. Yeah, I'm hoping they can actually put together some kind of box set, because I'll definitely buy it. An old school box set with Micropose on the side of it as publisher. Yeah, I want that to be a thing. Actually, no, we'll keep the torch up, but let's go to the... Where is it? Steel sword. On the bottom here. There's too many things in there at the moment. So I love the rework on the textures for the flame too. It's really nice. Alright, so what have we got? Scroll of Fireball? Maybe Paralysis Poison? sometimes some of them you can actually light them back on fire. Like the candles back on fire with flames. Ah, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Actually, no, we need the sword up here for a first. So who here has problems with spiders? Hi.
Get it away from me! Get it away! Get it away from me! Get it away! Ah, get it! Get it!
Yeah, you spit that green shit at me. Screaming. There we go. Iron arrow, we'll take your frostbite venom. Thank you very much for that. Let's see if there's any gold floating around in here as well. Grab an egg while we're in here too, because I'm going to pop that and find out what the mixes are so we can start doing alchemy later on. Skeever tail.
Get me out of...
I'll quit your bitching. I'll get you in a second.
Yeah.
Alright, now. Torch down. See if I can get this right.
You! Over here! You did it. You killed it. Now cut me down before anything else shows up. Yes, the claw. I know how it works. The claw, the markings, the
yeah, I know how it works
stories.
too.
I know how they all fit together. Help me down and I'll show you. You won't believe the power that... Does it look like I can move? You have to cut me down first.
Alright.
It's coming loose. I can feel it. You fool. Is someone there?
And got the backstab into him. Sneak increased to 25 off that. He actually survived it though, which is unfortunate because normally he's not supposed to. Damn it. He got away. No, he's coming back. Well, yeah, we'll go with the sword.
Found you.
Survive that, arsehole. And we'll take your journal. Not that we need it, but it's just a nice collector. And yoink, we'll take that claw. And you don't have a single other thing that's actually worth taking, so... And we do the standard thing of flog everything that isn't bolted down. Wow. Everything that's worth flogging that isn't bolted down. Man, I can't even remember the last game that I had an actual manual in it. Perhaps Steel Panthers 2 or Red Alert. Yeah, it's a tough one. I honestly couldn't tell you either. And I don't consider those little cards that are in there that have the warranty details or anything on them that are in some of the game boxes to be a manual of any kind. That I want an actual thing that, you know, has pages, a decent number of them. And yeah, I couldn't tell you. I just know that the last collector's edition that I bought that was, you know, worth buying was Silent Hunter 4. Silent Hunter 5 was just a plastic case with discs in it. Nothing special. But Silent Hunter 4, it was a legitimately good special edition. The box for it, the box was actually shaped like a leather-bound manual, like the kind of manual that like a waterproofed leather-bound manual that a captain might carry on a submarine. And because it had a front opening case on it, so it had extra details. You know how they had the boxes back in the day where you could flip the front over and it had extra information inside without opening the box? Well, that was the front cover of the leather-bound Bible opening up, so you could check the information inside, and then you'd pop the box open itself. It had a reinforced, like a reinforced cardboard block inside of it, so the box would stay nice and firm. You had your jewel cases for the discs, and then you had they said it was an iron-on patch for one of the US submarine groups, because Silent Hunter 4 is based on US subs. The identification manual, full map of the Pacific with time markers on events on where certain things happened, and yeah, I've still got all of it. It was a fantastic little box. Oh, yeah, hang on, we're up to this part now. Right. Wakey wakey. Gotcha. Yeah, they don't make them like that anymore, unfortunately. Was there only 3? I think yes. Now we can loot all the corpses. Iron gauntlets, no. The people I feel worse for, honestly. And then get the crowbar out for those bits that were sharp bolted down. Yes. Or not actually, probably not so much in this one. As said, only 150 carrier weight. That's all we've got to work with. So I have to be picky and choosy on what we actually take out of here. Gold being the most important part because it doesn't weigh anything. So we can carry millions of gold, but everything else is a problem. But yeah, the people I feel worse for when it comes to like collector's editions like that, and it's gonna make me sound old, but young people that were not up to the point of buying their own games at the time where the last of these like proper collector's editions that had stuff in them were actually a thing, because they have no current generation gamers, they have no experience or idea how much effort some of the games developers used to go into when it comes to like boxing up your games. Something as simple as that, just boxing up the games. There was some really nice work they put into those. You know, specialist hardware overlays, detailed manuals with like 1,000 pages in them that fully breaks down. Oh, ouch, I forgot you're the magic one. Ow. Where's my flames? Your turn. Cool. Bastard. Get a torch up here so I can see. Oh, alright, we're gonna do this one with a sword. Like the original MechWarrior 2, for example, was another one. MechWarrior 2, its Collector's Edition, which came with the Ghost Basic Legacy expansion pack. Oh shit, we got two of them here. Fire! Oh, this is actually not working out quite the way I wanted. It came in a box the size of a shoebox, and it had breakdowns of the mechs, it had detail cards in regards to the storyline. It had common question that I still get today in all my flight sims is, you know, how do you bind up the joysticks? It's, you know, something those of us who have spent a lot of time in flight sims, you know, take for granted, but people that are new coming in, okay, we should probably get some healing going here. They really don't know what to set up on their sticks regularly. MechWarrior 2 came with a card that showed you what the joystick bindings were going to be and how to bind, and which ones were which ones were required in order for the operation of the mech. It gave you a full instruction guide on the best way or the most optimal way to set up the joysticks. It's not one that I followed, but it came with a card like that in there for people who had never bound a joystick before and didn't know how to set it up or what to set it up or what to expect. We want to go back to the bow because we're getting pegged from the other side of the room, and I don't have any long-range spells yet. Whoa! I can barely see you. Thankfully, your eyes glow. Gotcha. Yeah, and these days, yeah, just that putting in that kind of an effort just doesn't exist in anything anymore. Gold, iron arrow. I suppose in the end, the reason why they stopped is that I think the majority of people threw all that stuff away in the long run. So while they worked out it wasn't making much in the way of sales, but it's kind of a shame. It's just a lost thing. Alright, so that's fine. You will have some gold for me. We're nearly up to 1,000. At 5,000 we can buy the house, which will get us access to the crate. We need 7,000 to actually make use of it. And pull. Right. Yeah, I don't like the fact that I can't see down there. Go to flames. Yes. Hunting bow. That's not what I thought it was. But we got him nicely enough. It is dark down in this section of the catacombs. Hope this isn't too hard for people to see on stream either. I'm really enjoying this. I'm liking this whole place being dark enough that you actually need a torch rather than just being able to wander through it like it's daylight. Right, now this one, we're going to do the bow again. Going to peg him once. And then, what I thought I was shooting it last time. There, drop. Oh, there's probably going to be more coming. We're definitely making enough noise for it. Yeah, there's another one there. We'll take that one with the sword. I don't think I'll be able to sneak up close enough to actually hit it. No. No, he's awake. Alright, come on. Oh, there's two of them. When all else fails, flamethrowers. I can't even remember what game it was, but inside was a card game, so the boxed edition came with cards to play with your mates. Yeah, I'm not sure what that one would be, Somerset. Are you using any ENB with Skyrim, or can you even when streaming? ENB? ENB. I forget the anacronyms for the Skyrim mods. I assume what you're asking though, enhanced body modifications, like nude bodies or something. I guess that's probably what you're after, because it's the only way that streaming would even matter, I assume. And the answer is no. I am using a enhanced body mod, but I don't know if I'm gonna scroll it around and actually show. It's just an enhancement of the standard textures and the standard body meshes. It's nothing different. It's just... Oh, it's like a filter. Oh, no, it's not a filter. It's a total replacement of all the textures and the meshes for the body, but it's designed to look like just an enhanced version of the stock one. It's not putting titties or cocks on any of the models. They're still all wearing underwear underneath. It's exactly the same as the bodies were in vanilla. Just they've now got about 4 times the poly count, and they've actually got textures that, well, don't look like they're 16-bit. So the characters actually look human rather than look like Mr. Potato Head. I specifically looked for one that would just... I didn't want to mess around with the titty mod ones, because that's what they are. Wasn't interested. I just wanted something that made... It would still look like the original game, but the original game, not shit. And there is a mod that's specifically for that. Since I'm going to probably stream this, since this is working and I'm going to stream this more often, I'll probably put a card down the bottom with a full list of the mods. I have got like 20 or 30 gigs worth of mods on this. One of the major things I've done is I've changed the meshes for the world, and well, basically every part of the world and most of the items in the world, and the textures for the entirety of the world. Players, armors. I haven't really added anything other than a wider variety of armor looks, but they're all based on the standard armor sets. But otherwise, I've basically overhauled the entire game in terms of 3D meshes and textures, and that's really it. It's, yeah, lots and lots and lots of mods just designed to make the game sort of what a special edition release 10 years later should look like, rather than what it actually looks like. Because once again, the modders did it better. Come on. Come out. There you are. Like, at one point you were supposed to be a jump scare. Isn't that just disappointing? Why is my stream chat still doing this all the time? There we go. So it keeps scrolling up for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. And when it does, I can't see what else is being done. Alright, so a breakdown of what I've done. I've changed all of the meshes. I've changed all of the textures. The lighting has been completely reworked. I've got a mod in here that what it specifically does is it removes every single light source in the entire game, because most of the game, most of Skyrim is actually lit by invisible light sources. Yes, I'm feeling hungry. I'll eat in a second. Yeah, it's lit by invisible light sources. So what the mod does is deletes all of those and puts light sources on every single item in the game that should emit light, like fires, like the torch, for example, and a massive light source, of course, on the sun, refraction from the moon, and places where light logically should be, and deletes all of the ambient light that doesn't actually have a source. That was the reason why the entirety of Skyrim looks like it's in daylight even when it's nighttime. Which is why everything in this is so much darker, but the lighting is so... like, you're actually getting... like, lighting like it should actually look. The caves look like they should, being lit by fire from the inside. So I've got an overhaul from that, and all of the standard 3D models have had their meshes and textures overhauled as well, just to bring the quality up. Everything's running at about between 2 and 4K textures on most. A couple of items for like stuff like swords and the torches and stuff that's going to be in your face because you're actually using them, I got 8K textures for. But most of the world's in 2 to 4. And that's really all I've done. The only, as I said before, the only thing I've done to add new items to the world. Yeah, we don't want to grab the pickaxes yet. We're not going to be mining such a skeleton. The only thing I've done is an enhanced armor mod, and all that does, it doesn't add new armor. It doesn't add anything really new to the game in terms of armor, in terms of protection-wise. But it adds a whole bunch of variety. So you now got chainmail in here. You've got various types of leather armor, just so you can have some different looks. But they're all comparable to whatever class. So the steel armors are all about the same. The iron armors are all about the same. Just there's a bit of variety to them now. That's all. And that's it. But I will put a full list of everything that I have. That I'm using in before the next stream, and I'll put it down the bottom so you can see it. I should probably, since I'm doing a lot of modded stuff now. Oh, you didn't die. No, you did. Since both the games that I'm streaming are actually modded, I should put lists of exactly the mods I'm using and links to them down below. So I'll fix that up. I will fix that up before the next stream. Hold me to that. Remember that. If I haven't done it by the next stream, remind me and kick my ass for it. Skiva? I'm trying to find the name of the games. Gulf War II game, which came with a US top, wanted Iraqi cards. Saddam was the ace of spades. Nope, can't find it on the line, but I still have those cards. That's actually really cool. That would be on the nose today. But I'd love a set of those. I shall harass with mod lists. Yes, I'm bad for those. I want to do some KSP streaming before KSP 2 launches as well, and just get myself back into it. And that's another one where I'm terrible. I mod the arse out of the game, and I never make a list of the mods. So before I do that, I have to make sure that there is a list of mods up for that as well. So everybody knows what I'm doing. I generally don't do things that are going to make the gameplay easier in regards to mods. I just like to play around with with things that make it look nicer. Or in the case of KSP, it's add just extra parts. Lots and lots and lots of extra parts. So this is what I mean. Oh, shit, nearly fucked that up. In vanilla Skyrim, this room was never this dark, but this is what it was always supposed to look like. There is only one light source in this room, and you're in a cave that is underground. This place should be scary as shit to fight this guy in. Oh, wrong one. I want... Hey. Fire! Nice on the backspin. KSP RP1 now runs on 1.12.3 if you're into that. I don't know, I have to have a look. Every time I mod KSP, there's a whole bunch of mods that have been rendered obsolete and a whole bunch of new mods that I've never heard of before that have been added. And so I can never keep up. So I'll have to look and see what all the current ones are. Both to beautify the game, because you don't make it look good. And, you know, the game deserves it. And to add some cool new parts that we can mess around with. Garnet gold, iron helmet, 5 weight for 60 gold, it's not worth taking. Still battle axe is, but only just. What is our weight? It's 5:17 PM too. We've got to come down off the mountain, although it shouldn't be too bad. 130 of 150. Might have to start making some choices soon. We have another one of these. I knew this was going to be a problem talking on a stream, and I feel like I've been gargling razor blades. I have another one of these bloody things. They work it. I'm looking at the wall. More blades. Okay. Yeah, I know where we are. Time to do some more Indiana Jones shit. One. Droger are waking up, which is to be expected. Now, I need hunting bow. Toasty. More? No, I think that's all of them. Right. Clear these of all their gold as well. We should, yeah, we'll definitely be over 1,000 when we're out of here. Now we'll take the ancient Nord arrows, because they're actually better than iron arrows. Silver ingot. actually killed them fast enough. We didn't need to use the oil traps up here. Although that would have been the smarter run. Come through the door with the bow, pop both of these, then kill the one down there, and they probably would have all been dead and we wouldn't have to worry about the close fight on the ground. He even did a decent job enhancing the murals. It's nice. Alright, now I can't remember the code on this one, so we'll have to consult the claw. Alright. Bear, butterfly, owl. There it is. This guy I'm not looking forward to. Can't remember the code of the first door, not a true gamer. To be fair, it has been quite some time since I've played this. I've had a lot of other codes to remember in that time. You know, just in my defense. Now, yeah, there's no way to stealth this one up. No, we'll keep this up. Let's get our word. Right. Oh, we've lost most of our stamina at the moment. Come on. 1, 2. And we're out of flame. Now, where's he coming from? Get back up here, we've got enough light to actually see him. There he is. Oh, through. That's alright. Phosphor dart that. Damn, that stamina really causes me issues. That's going to be a real major problem later on. I'll have to really watch that. Alright, Ancient Nord Axe of Cold, the Dragon Stone. We'll take our Iron Arrows. Shield can stay. Now, let's, once again, everything worth taking that isn't bolted down. Iron gauntlets, not worth it for the weight. Iron mace, not worth it. Lockpicks are worth it. Scroll call to arms, yep, we can sell that. Steel dagger, we'll take. And then there is the chest around the back. Get up over here. There it is. Oh. About there? No, not quite. There it is. Gold, iron ingots. And there it is. Yeah, I knew that was coming. Alright, well that's okay. So we can solve some of that by eating, which we should have done before the fight, all things considered. That's why we're actually carrying the salmon steaks. I don't want to eat the raw. We can actually get sick from that. It's got us to satisfied, which is... well, it's not great, but it's got us most of our stamina bar back. Yeah, really should have done that before that fight. We did that fight with the handicap that I didn't necessarily need to have. It wasn't a tiredness thing that I was having. It was a, you haven't eaten food in your survival game. You're kind of starving. Eat lunch, bitch. Alright, and there's a little bit more we can grab on the other side of this one. And then we'll sneak our way back to... hand in this claw before we head back to Whiterun. And I think at that point, that's about where I'm going to bring this one to a close, guys. Don't go running off yet. There's no fast travel. Yeah, we are going to have to make some choices. We are right on the weight limit. Ancient Nord Arrow, Nord War Axe of Cold. That's really heavy, but I want to break that down for the cold that's on it. Keep the fishing rod. Iron dagger can go. We've got a steel dagger now. Longbow can go. It's not worth that much. Six for 125. Well, that's got to stand at 143 of 150. We'll keep that. We'll go with that. Alright, we're out before sundown. It's 7:41. Alright, that's okay. It means we've got about another hour of light in game, which should be enough to get back to town, and then we'll probably have to sleep anyway. Make sure to grab the Enchanter's Potion there. It was Enchanter's Potion? I read that right? Yep, Enchanter's Potion. Now, that's probably not a bad one. Normally it's a blacksmith's potion there. But an extra 9% strength on enchantments, and that'll be good enough for one enchantment, isn't actually a bad thing. Best to get down here by the shore. There's as it comes into night, there's going to be stuff up here that I'm not particularly interested in fighting at the moment. Around this way. We'll just get close enough to grab the old hag's house. Although, I suppose we're going to have to kill her eventually. We might as well knock that over. That fisherman is my bro. Go buy some fish. Might go buy some fish later. Oh. No reaction. I suppose we aren't up to that point yet. Alright. We don't really need any access to the enchanting table you got downstairs anyway. I feel like an arsehole killing people that aren't getting ready to attack me, even though I know I'm going to have to kill them later. That's the tower we were fighting at before that we started freezing at. We'll shimmy down and drop over here and cross over, and then we can take the walking path up. Wrong one. Whoa! Really? Whoa, holy crap. He just hit like a truck. Okay, they won't cross the water. Fair enough. Oh, will they? It's gonna cross the water. Bandit chief, Jesus. Yeah, that was my entire health bar, or almost my entire health bar in one hit. I actually thought it was a guard for a moment that I was coming up to help. I have no idea where he's ran off to either. Or his partner. His partner stayed on this side. There's two there. They must have crossed over the river, and there's two more here. There's four of them. Jesus. That was a bit harsh. Don't go out at night. Well, this is part of the reason why I was trying to get back here, because all the fun stuff comes out at night, and I'm not quite ready for that yet. I'm still wearing the Imperial armor that I flogged during the tutorial, and I need some better kit. But, yeah, that was a big hit. G'day, mate. How's it going?
You're back from...
There's your golden claw.
There it is! Strange. It seems smaller than I remember. Funny thing, huh? I'm gonna put this back where it belongs. I'll never forget this. You've done a great thing for me and my sister.
It's alright. Pay me. 400 gold? Yep, that'll do. Seems smaller. The thing's huge. Smaller than what? Takes up half your desk. Anyways. Right. So... now, there is going to be some stuff that...
Thank you so much for taking care of those thieves. You and me. Oh, a bit of
so
this,
we can sell some stuff off now while we're here, clear out his gold, and see whether or not he's got any arrows while we're at it, because we're going to need those very soon. Steel arrows. Yes, I want the lot. We're up to 1500, which is good. Now, we can sell... War axe can go, battle axe can go, the iron sword can go. Keep all of those. Novice hood and novice robes, we sort of need them. We can sell all of these off. keeping the Enchanter's Potion. Okay, that was weird.
Riverwood trader. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasure.
The UI froze there for a second. Alright, let's try that again. There we go. Water breathing. You can breathe underwater for 15 seconds. 15 seconds is not worth it, and we'll have spells for that. Up to level 5 to attack anything. Yeah, we're going to be going past level 5 real fast. Target is paralyzed for 3 seconds. The paralysis poison's worth keeping. Now, Scroll of Call to Arms, that can be sold, and we'll sell the 2 Fireball Scrolls, because we are going to have magic, so we don't need those. That one can be done. Bear Claws can be sold. Salt we keep. Keep the rest just so we can learn the ingredients. There's 126 gold left. No, we don't sell that. What have we got that's going to be in his... nothing that I really want to sell, to be honest. Okay, so we've cleaned him out completely. Yeah, he's got nothing else we want.
All right, then.
I'm alive. That is good to hear, mate. Alright, so that is close. Is he by the forge? Do a quick check. No. No, he's not. Okay. Or... should I? Should I? Yes, I absolutely should. I know I should. Weapons. The hunting bow. Don't care about the light Imperial helmet. I don't care about any of those. Grindstone's the one I'm after. Right, hunting bow. He wants leather strips. Alright, so we need 2. No, nobody sees me. Nobody sees me. Steal 2 of the steel bars. Then we can use them to upgrade our sword and dagger. Now we got vampires and werewolves and banditos. Yes, in this one we absolutely do, as obviously I've got all the expansions, so we have vampires. We had werewolves in vanilla, and we... well, yeah, we just met the banditos. At this point, 2, 3. You know what? I'm gonna risk it. It's only 10. I'm gonna risk making the trip back to Winterhold. Winterhold? Whiterun. Whiterun. Why do I keep missing those 2 up? The trip back to Whiterun in the dark. I don't think there should be much in between, and it's worth it just for the night effects, because like, that is really pretty. Yeah, just waiting for a call to go back in again. I'm glad things are ticking along well, man. Another part of the lighting mod is draw any distance, so you actually get the lighting for the cities lighting up at much further away, so Whiterun glows, and then you get nice and close and you get all the proper lighting. Whoa, where the hell did you teleport in from? Okay, I was worried I was in for a fight there for a second, but it was just some...
How do you feel? I think you might be sick.
I don't know, am I? Oh, I've got brown rot. Ah, okay. Looks like a quick trip to the Shrine of Talos, and that should clean that right up for about 100 gold. I just like how they just teleported in right next to me as I'm walking along. It scared the shit out of me for a second.
Rorikstead's a nice enough little hamlet, with a boring posting for a guard.
That's nice. I'm really happy with how these mods turned out. Almost vanilla Skyrim. What year is this? I didn't want to mess with the game too much. Just up the textures and up the mesh quality and bring it into the current decade. That's all I was after. Because the goal is to actually complete the storyline this time. The game's 10 years old. I figure at some point, I've got thousands of hours in it. At some point, I should probably finish the main story. It hasn't happened yet. But at some point, maybe I should do it. And I want to play through survival as well, because I've never done a full survival playthrough, so I figure that should be fun. Alright, so first things first, we should be able to get to the outside Shrine of Talos, up by the water fountain, and that will be enough to get rid of the brown rot. And then we'll have to grab some sleep in the inn before we can do anything in the morning. And I'm actually thinking, yeah, it's 3:30, and I'm going to probably sleep in tomorrow because I'm not going to be able to do anything with the contact out. We might do the dragon fight. We might finish on the dragon fight. There we go, all diseases cured. Just double check it, make sure that one did get rid of brown rot. Yep, we're cold, we're tired, and we're hungry. And these are things that cannot be cured by the shrine, so that's fine. It's bed and a breakfast will solve these problems.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. I think I got a clean mug around. I enjoy this work well enough. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to
We'll
your
do the
room
eating
right
in the
this
morning.
way.
Just warming up first. There we go, feel warm.
Security in Whiterun is terrible. Shameful is what it is.
Alright, 7 hours sleep. We'll grab some food downstairs. Go up and hand over the the stone, and that should trigger the dragon fight. What, you need to pay for blessings? That's too realistic. Alright, do want to put some points in Magicka. we're going to need a lot more. Now, for this dragon fight at this stage, I'm going to have to focus heavily on archery. Yeah, I'm not 30 yet. Requires 40, requires 30. Grab 2 points in overdraw. Now, light armor. Not yet. I do need more points in sneaking. Cast novice level restoration spells for half magicka. We want 1 there. We're going to need it for health. Alright, 22. We need to put a lot of points into one-handed, but yeah, I think we'll just... Yeah, we're not going to be using much of that in this fight. Take the extra point in stealth. So you try and get some stealth shots on the dragon.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Yes, I know, I'm
I ain't
hungry.
asking for much, just a few seconds.
Oh yeah, that's not the one. Where is she? Oh, there you are.
What can I get you? Take a look.
Alright, 75. I'll grab the cooked beef as well. Way too much for that. Grab the grilled leeks.
Need any?
Satisfied.
Else,
Well
just
fed,
let me
cool.
know.
Need something? Need something? What?
Now, how is our weight at the moment? 85, 150. Anything else we can get rid of here? We're going to get rid of the axe of cold, so that'll free up another 14. Go. Now we know what they do, and I'm not eating the salt because we need that for cooking. Yeah, that's nothing there. We got some...
What's the matter? You can't stand the sight of a strong Nord woman?
We got some weight in there we can get rid of. 7, 10, nothing open till 8. Should have slept for another hour. Oh well, that'll be fine.
Mercenary work? That might suit you.
Always like the look of this place. The design work for Dragon's Reach was really well done. Of course. This way.
You see? The terminology is clearly First Era or even earlier. I'm convinced this is a copy of a much older text. Perhaps dating to just after the Dragon War. If so, I could use this to cross-reference the names with other later texts.
Good. I'm glad you're making progress. My employers are anxious to have some tangible answers.
I don't remember hunger and need for sleep being a thing. I'm playing in survival mode.
so I'm now able to devote
So
most of
you
my
can
time
now
to
dive
fishing.
cold. You have to
Time is
watch
running,
out for the
Barrow.
thermal ratings on the gear
This
that you're
isn't some
using.
theoretical
So the
question.
strongest
Dragons
armor is
have
not
come.
necessarily going to have a good thermal
Yes,
rating,
yes,
so you can
don't
still
worry.
die in a blizzard.
Although the chance to
So you
see
have to
you
watch your
dragging
gear.
up close would be
Weight is restricted. You've only got
Now, let me
150
show
to
you
deal
something
with
else
at
I
maximum.
found. Very intriguing.
Food
Your
is a thing,
employers may be interested as well.
and sleep is a thing. Water is not.
Ah,
You don't have to worry
yes,
about
the
water.
Jarl's protege, back from Bleak Falls Barrow. You didn't die, it seems.
And there is no fast travel outside of the carts which move between major cities. Otherwise, you have to walk the whole way.
The Jarl sends my way.
So you can't just teleport around the map, unless you actually have a spell to teleport around the map. So what about my reward?
You'll have to see the Jarl about that. Maybe his steward, Avenici. I'm sure one of them will pay you appropriately. My associate here will be pleased to see your handiwork. She discovered its location by means she has so far declined to share with me. So your information was correct after all. And we have our friend here to thank for recovering it for us.
You went into Bleak Falls Barrow and got that? Nice work. Just send me a copy when you decipher it.
Barangar, you need to come at once. A dragon's been sighted nearby.
Of course there has.
You should come too.
A dragon?
Of course I will.
Where was it seen? What was it doing?
I'd take this a bit more seriously if I were you. If a dragon decides to attack Whiterun, I don't know if we can stop it. Let's go.
I've only got a handful of steel arrows, but I can use the ancient Nord arrows. They're about as good.
Tells me you came from the Western Watchtower?
Yes, my lord.
Tell him what you told me about the dragon.
Oh, that's right. Saw it coming from the south. It was fast. Faster than anything I've ever seen.
What did it do? Is it attacking the Watchtower?
No, my lord. It was just circling overhead when I left. I never ran so fast in my life. I thought it would have come after me, for sure.
Good work, son. We'll take it from here. Head down to the barracks for some food and rest. Vernon. Irileth, you better gather some guardsmen and get down there.
I've already ordered my men to muster near the main gate.
Good. Don't fail me. There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again.
Of course you do.
I want you to go with Irileth and help her fight this dragon. You survived Helgen, so you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here.
I ran through the
But
place
I
in
haven't
handcuffs.
forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the dragon stone for Farengar. As a token of my esteem, I have instructed Avenici that you are now permitted to purchase property in the city.
Alright, Arctic, mate, you have a good one.
Accept
I'm
this
about to bring
gift
this one to
from
a
my
close anyway
personal
once we kill the dragon, so, I'll catch you next time. Thanks for dropping in.
No, I can't afford to risk both of you. I need you here working on ways to defend the city against these dragons.
Alright, so, first things first, what was our reward here? Nord Arrow, Axe of Cold. Hide Shield of Resist Fire. That is actually going to be surprisingly useful in this upcoming fight. That's always just a random loot drop. You get a random item, and most of the time they're crap. But that one is actually kind of good. Alright, now I've destroyed that item and freed up some space, and we now know the cold enchant.
It's a shame, isn't it?
Alright, quickly do some shopping on the way out the door.
I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, you look rather pale. Take a look.
I shouldn't be pale. I should be clear of everything now. Potions. Enchanted potion. Visibility. Cure disease. Health. Light of feet. 10% harder effect for 60 seconds. No. Resist fire. That's what I'm after. Ooh, that's pricey. I don't really want to spend. It's only 20% for 60 seconds. Nah. I'd hang on to the gold. Hang on to the gold. We need the gold. Now, I don't want to go into this with a disease. Warm, or fortify, hunger, well fed, resist magic, the thief stone. Yeah, we're fine. We've got no effects. Okay, that was really weird that we got that line. That's normally a line you only get when you're sick.
Nothing of our struggles, our suffering.
We'll clear off the rest of our stuff.
Anything you like. Everything's for sale. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Alright, books. No, let's through here. Iron arrows. No, steel arrows. 74. Okay. We do not want 74 of them. But I'll grab 25. Right, now... no, we're going to leave all those. Sell the garnet. Sell the ruby. Common soul gems and the silver ingot are the only stuff that's really worth, and that's got our weight down to 73. So no, that's fine. We'll leave it at that. You look pale. That is not burnt to a crisp. Well, to be fair, I haven't fought the dragon yet. Now, quick checkup. We need 2 ancient Nord arrows. We have 36. We have 33 steel arrows, which is what we want to set for. Because we have nowhere near enough health and enough armor to fight that bloody dragon. It looks like we're actually late enough. They've already gone without us. To fight that bloody dragon at close range without getting torn to pieces. What am I doing? Yeah, she's already waiting at the point because we went into the shops. Normally, if you just go straight to the front door, she has a little speech at the front door about, you know, preparing and da-da-da-da-da, and yeah, we sort of skipped all that. We were doing a little shopping. Which is good, because you're normally going to wait for her. She's a pain in the ass. She runs too slow. Yeah, there we go.
No signs of any dragon right now. It sure looks like he's been...
No signs of any dragon.
I know it looks bad.
The place is on fire and the building's destroyed.
And if that dragon is still skulking around somewhere, spread out and look for survivors. We need to know what we're dealing with.
Here it comes. Where are you going down to? Where are you going? Oh. You sit there and try and fry me on the roof? Go land. Yeah, we're not getting any stealth bonuses out of this. Oh, I think he took that personally. Yeah, he definitely took that personally. Whoa! This is why you don't stand outside when the... Stop! What the fuck is wrong with your back?
You're already dead.
Alright, where is it? There it is. Come on, when are you gonna land? Anytime? You keep pulling laps. Hi there.
I'll have your head. Be careful.
There we go. Dragon down. Now I eat it.
Everybody, get back.
Nom 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 nom. Alright, now we're going to grab all its bones so we can sell, because these things are worth a fortune. This is why I wanted all the weight clear, so I could actually pick them all up. Take all these gold. I'll take all those arrows too. How much we got? 48 of 50. Yeah, we can't really spare any more, so the rest of that can just stay there. Now, we have Unrelenting Force, or at least the first part of it. Now, wait for them to all get together so we can have a discussion about what they just saw, and then I'll shout, and then we'll head back up to the building.
I can't believe it. You're Dragonborn.
I like how just everybody knows what this is, even though it's something that hasn't existed according to the lore in a couple of 100 years at the very least.
In the very oldest tales, back from when there were still dragons in Skyrim, the Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power.
And from those tales, you worked out that that's what I did.
Absorb the dragon's power. There's only one way to find out. Try to shout. That would prove it. According to the old legends, only the Dragonborn can shout without training, the way the dragons do.
And you just happen to know that in detail as well.
My grandfather used to tell stories about the Dragonborn. Those born with the dragon blood in them, like old Tiber Septim himself.
I've never heard of Tiber Septim killing.
Who's actually talking here? Nobody's mouths are moving. Oh, there we go. Your mouths are moving.
They're just coming back now for the first time in forever. But the old tales tell of the Dragonborn who could kill dragons and steal their power.
Ah, you're talking.
You must be one.
What do you say, Irleth? You're being awfully quiet. Come on, Irleth. Tell us, do you believe in this Dragonborn business?
Some of you would be better off keeping quiet than flapping your gums on matters you don't know anything about. Here's a dead dragon, and that's something I definitely understand. Now we know we can kill them. But I don't need some mythical Dragonborn. Someone who can put down a dragon is more than enough for me.
You wouldn't understand, Housecarl. You ain't a Norm.
I've been all across Tamriel.
Pretty sure in the last set of lore the dragons were killed out. That's why there are none, and now they're coming back. Which means you already knew they could kill them. You could kill them, because they've been killed before.
Must be. You really are Dragonborn then.
It occurred to me, so they sent a party to kill a dragon even though no one can do it. Yeah, that's another point as well. Yeah, the whole conversation there, it's very much exposition dump from somebody, and the writing for it is very much somebody who isn't entirely sure how to actually write out something like that. Like this, the fact that there's somebody there who happens to be present that knows not only exactly what the dragon board is, but knows it in enough detail to immediately be able to identify that that is exactly what you are based on what you did, and knows exactly how to test it on the spot. Yeah, convenient. And then the whole, yeah, we know we can kill them. Well, you should have known it before, because all the dragons were killed off. And we were sent out to kill it. So I'd like to think we, yeah, I'll get up there sometime within the next, like, 60 hours. Yeah, you would like to think they had at least some idea that it was possible before they sent out all the guards to get chewed on. But, yeah. Alright, so now we can go hand this in, and at this point I'm going to call this one to a close, guys. So, as we currently stand, I'll sell off the dragon bones and everything on the way through, although I don't think he's going to have enough gold to buy them all. We're only going to be at about 3,000 once everything's sold up. Maybe a little bit more. We need 5,000 for the house and 2,000 to upgrade it, roughly, give or take. So, I'm going to need to do some more questing to set up the Whiterun house. Maybe he just likes reading before bed.
We're causing no trouble.
Oh, this is a bug. There's supposed to be a guard standing there telling them to bugger off.
We will be back.
And they're reading their lines, but he's not present to actually read them back.
You there. We're looking for someone in Whiterun.
I love Bethesda
good
games.
Money for information. A woman, a foreigner in these lands.
It's so gloriously broken.
She's likely not using her true name. We will pay for any information regarding her location. We are not welcome here in Whiterun, so we will be in Rorikstead if you learn anything.
Yeah, it doesn't matter why they're looking, I don't really care.
Find us in Rorikstead.
I will complete that quest at some point, though. Now, I don't think you buy the bones, but you might buy the scales? Maybe? Maybe. Nope. You do not buy the scales, so I can only use the general vendor.
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
Do you get to the cloud district?
Now, I can save these up for Dragonbone armor later, but it's honestly better to just sell them for the moment, make the money that I need, and because I'm not going to have any shortage of dragon kills going into the future.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Everything's for sale, my friend. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
All right. So 800. 160. Oh, no, you might have enough because you're underpaying by a load. Now, what else have we got we could sell? No. Turns out we didn't even need the shield.
Do come back.
Alright, so 3,000. Yeah, close enough. Once we get our reward up the other end. Hopefully the Whiterun weapon will actually be something we can use. 9 times out of 10 it's trash. But, we will see. Pardon me.
Izmir, you did it! You killed the dragon.
Good. You're finally here. The Jarl's been waiting for you.
You heard the summons. What else could it mean? The Greybeards.
We were just talking about you. My
So what
brother
happened
needs a
at the
word.
watchtower? Was the dragon there? I knew I could count on Irileth, but there must be more to it than that. So it's true. The Greybeards really were summoning you.
How to see you guys. I think this has turned out to be a really good time. I think my voice is starting to go.
Masters of the
So,
way of the voice.
perfect to finish up
They
on this
live in
quest and end the
seclusion,
stream here.
high on the slopes of the throat of the world. The Dragonborn is said to be uniquely gifted in the voice, the ability to focus your vital essence into a thum, or shout. If you really are Dragonborn, they can teach you how to use your gift.
Ah, they'll send me on
Hear
fetch
the thundering
quests.
sound as you return to Whiterun?
That's what
That
they'll
was
do.
the voice of the Greybeards, summoning you to High Hrothgar. This hasn't happened in centuries, at least. Not since Tiber Septim himself was summoned when he was still Talos of Atmora.
Rangar, calm yourself. What does any of this Nord nonsense have to do with our friend here? Capable as he may be,
Gotta
I
give
don't
him,
see
he's a
any
brave
signs
man.
of him being this, what,
Nord
Dragonborn.
nonsense, while standing in a hall
Nord
owned by a
nonsense.
Nord, surrounded by Nords, and
puffed up
every single one of them is armed.
These are our sacred traditions that go back to the founding of the First Empire.
It's ballsy.
Rangar, don't be so hard on Avenich.
I meant no disrespect, of course. It's just that, what do these Greybeards want with him?
That's the Greybeards' business, not ours. Whatever happened when you killed that
What
dragon?
is that on the shoulder of his
revealed
arm?
something in you, and the Greybeards heard it.
Ears or horns? I
They
can't tell.
think you're Dragonborn. Who are we to argue? You'd better get up to High
Corpse of the
Hrothgar
Easter
and
Bunny
meet.
swung over his shoulder.
There's no
Sure.
refusing the summons of the Greybeards. It's a tremendous honor. I envy you know, to climb the 7,000 steps again.
Feathers?
I made
Oh
the
yeah,
pilgrimage
feathers.
once. Did you know that? High Hrothgar is a very peaceful place.
There's the weirdest looking feathers, but
Disconnected
fair
from
enough.
the troubles of this world. I wonder that the Greybeards even notice what's going on down here. They haven't seemed to care before. No matter. Go to High Hrothgar. Learn what the Greybeards can teach you. You've done a great service for me and my city.
So much talking.
Dragonborn. By my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Whiterun.
Alright, we got the Axe of
Greatest
Whiterun.
honor that's within
That's
my
not a
power
good
to
start.
grant. I assign you Lydia as a personal housecarl, and this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble, now would we? We are honored to have you.
Lydia
as
is
Thane
useful,
of
but
our
unfortunately
city,
she's not
Dragonborn.
immortal, so we gotta keep her
Back to
alive.
business, Proventus. We
That
still
could be
have a
fun.
city to defend.
Yes, my lord.
Especially with the difficulty level turned up a bit. Alright, let's have a look. What is our Axe of Whiterun? Is this going to be a straight disenchant, or... Axe of Whiterun. It is just a bog standard steel that does shock damage. Yeah, that is not worth keeping. We're already on the verge of replacing steel. So that's going to get disenchanted before we even leave the building. Yep, learn the effects. And now we're past that, I want the resist fire effect as well. And we will get other armor Yes, I want to learn these as well, because we will need those later. Alright, so that is everything done there. Now at this point we've got a little bit of free reign. We've got to go up the mountain. We've got our quest for the fishery guys. Find the Red Guard woman. She's in the inn, so we know where she is. Speak to the Greybeards, which we know. Miscellaneous. Join the Imperial Legion. Speak with the leader of the Companions. Companions is a good quest line, and we're going to have to do some stuff around Whiterun to earn a little bit more cash. We've still got a few quests we haven't picked up as well. So the Nettlebane quest is here.
Jarl has appointed me to be your house.
Oh yes, we've got to talk to Lydia
It's
on
an
the way
honor
up.
to serve you.
Don't really need your help, but well, yes, we do. We've only got 150 weight carrying, and you're going to be a pack mule. Come on. To be fair, she does fight pretty well, and she is durable. Her biggest issue is she's not immune to damage. Well, not immune to death. So she isn't immortality flagged. So if you get into a big fight, especially with the difficulty level being a little higher, and she gets low on health and then takes an extra hit, she'll be down.
I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
There's the line. I was wondering how long it would take before one of the guards ran off the line. Right at the end of the stream feels appropriate. Alright, so that is everything done. We're going to park it in the inn by the fire. And I'm going to call this one here, guys. So, hope you enjoyed the stream. Thank you very much for watching. As I said, I'm probably going to do this once to twice a week. Hopefully a little less sick than I am now. But as I said, I'm sort of hoping this will be broken by tomorrow. God, I hope it is. Otherwise, yeah, I'm just, probably once or twice a week we'll run through this, and the plan is I want to play through as much of the quest lines and side quests. A lot of them I've already done, and can finally get around to completing the main storyline, and actually complete this goddamn game before Elder Scrolls 6 comes out. Anyways, as I said, we'll call this one here. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, guys, take care.